driller stretches Pella's lead to 46-38.
Oh, tipped up, controlled. Here comes JoJo Bice with 6 seconds. Fast break. Lamp is good at the other end. Norwalk takes the lead. 52-50. Bice the steal and runs it all the way down coast to coast. 52-50. Warriors back on top.
We'll get you ready for tonight's contest with our keys to the game, starting lineups, colors of the game, and the game time temp.
They've come out of the half firing. Agri looking for more for three. Yes! Emery Agri heating up with back-to-back trays.
Here's Emma Duncan. Catch and shoot three. Splash down, Emma Duncan.
And there's a tip and a steal, Reagan Van White. This is for the lead in transition. The layup is in. Counted in one. And Reagan Van White puts Pella back on top.
Now let's head to the gym for all the exciting action of South Central Iowa high school basketball. I'm the one to count on for today's local sports, KNIA and KRLS.
And a good afternoon to you, and thank you for joining us wherever you may be. I'm Andrew Schneider, joining you live here on KNIA-KRLS.com via the KRLS 3 stream and the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel. And I'm right back here with Wynn Veenstra, less than 24 hours removed from our homecoming celebration here on Eagle Lane as we get you set for our opening tip presented by Dutch Mill Supply. It is a state tournament preview coming your way here this afternoon in varsity action in Class 2A. It's number 7 in 2A Pella Christian versus number 8 Van Meter. I'm Andrew Schneider alongside Wynn Veenstra. Wynn, this is the kind of matchup you dream of. You want to see, especially this time of the year, both these teams are gearing up for the tournament run. Both are coming off some impressive wins. Pella Christian, a big bounce back, controlling Newton wire to wire last night. Van Meter earlier this week beating Des Moines Christian to claim their conference championship. This is what you hope for, right? Two teams that they're playing good basketball, very similarly built teams, and both that have aspirations of playing on the last day and winning that state championship.
Yeah, a couple of teams that have played each other the last several years that are both quality teams, both well coached, got good athletes, and have made their runs at state championships. And so it's a great test here as we get close to tournament time to see where you actually stand and what you may need to work on yet in the last couple of weeks of the season.
This is the Knoxville Hospital and Clinic's Red Rock Clinic Pella Radio pregame show. They're your cornerstone to health, as in the JV game, still playing here in the third quarter, 43-41. So we still have a little bit of time left until we get to varsity action, another quarter and another 15 minutes.
And hopefully not an overtime.
Yeah, but with the extra ad load, we're not doing the doubleheader today, so wanted to make sure that we had this opportunity to get both these teams in. So as we think about, the path to state, we have to talk about it now. The brackets are out. Both these teams are number 1 seeds in their respective districts, and I think deservedly so. The computer rankings that I view as the best in the state have had them consistently in the top 10 all year. Van Meter beating Des Moines Christian twice, got a very clear path to state. Pella Christian and Des Moines Christian head coach and former Eagle grad Jason Van Mersbergen here. He's here to get ready and scout, because you think about it, Wynn. They've got Des Moines Christian coming up, but obviously Van Meter may match up different to DMC than PC does. That's what has this matchup really intriguing for me, because Des Moines Christian, not that long ago, beat Pella and Pella Christian within a 7-day span.
Yeah.
And now here's Van Meter, who has beat Des Moines Christian twice.
Right. And, like I said, Des Moines Christian knows they're likely going to have to play Pella Christian in order to get to state, and if they get to state, they're likely going to have to play Van Meter there again.
Probably that's a potential first-round game.
Yeah, so you just got to be prepared for everything you can, and hey, sometimes as a coach, it's nice just to sit back and watch other people play basketball.
Yeah, and we'll get to a whole lot here in our pregame coverage, but did want to remind you, in case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella. Last night, couple wins. The Eagles girls, a 40-26 win over Newton, and then the Eagles boys won 45-25. And before we talk about the boys more, just wanted to give a shout-out to the girls. It was fun last night to see them break the Schneid. It wasn't perfect, over 50 combined turnovers between the two teams, but they got it done, and you never know what a late-season win can do for you.
Well, it was nice to see them, like I said, there were times throughout the season where they were doing a lot of things right. They just weren't doing quite quick enough or just not strong enough. Last night they were able to kind of take that next little bit of step and hang on to the basketball, get the good-looking shots, and get them to fall for them.
Well, and Pella Christian, I think, was extremely impressive for a team that doesn't outside of Jocelyn Terpstra, and she had the majority of them get to the foul line a lot, shot I think close to 75% from the free throw line to get that win. So that was In Case You Missed It, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella.
They're the veterinarians.
So we are live inside our Knoxville Hospital and Clinic's Red Rock Clinic Pella radio pregame show, and you're listening to Pella Christian Eagles basketball, powered by Bank Iowa on the KRLS 3 stream. Again, that's right, KRLS 3 at KNIA and the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel. At Bank Iowa, they say, let's make it happen. They're donating $10 for every home three-pointer and dunk made, and they got quite a few added to that list last night. Excited to see the two checks they present to both Pella and to Pella Christian. So we're going to take our first commercial timeout and thank our audience for joining us again on the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel, presented by Kinetic Edge Physical Therapy. And when we come back, we'll take a look at our keys to this game, presented by Hormel Foods. You're listening to Pella Christian Eagles boys basketball inside the Knoxville Hospital and Clinic's Red Rock Clinic Pella radio pregame show.
We know you have choices when it comes to wireless plans for your home or business. At Strawberry Cellular, we strive to be that local expert to provide all the service and expertise you need to make U.S. Cellular your choice for wireless service. Our knowledgeable staff can provide you with everything from smartphones and tablets to home internet and security options. Choose Strawberry Cellular, your locally owned authorized agent for U.S. Cellular in downtown Pella.
Van Manen, Seedstra, Meyer, and Nickel may be a long name, but they serve businesses and individuals with both short and long names. When you let the professional CPAs at Van Manen, Seedstra, Meyer, and Nickel both save you time and give you peace of mind, you'll have more time to do the things that are important to you, like grow your business, spend time with your family, or volunteer in the community. You'll even have enough time on your hands to say their full name.
Save time and gain peace of mind with Van Manen, Seedstra, Meyer, and Nickel.
At Hopkins Roofing, we're not a 9-to-5, hit-the-road kind of company. We know that every roof we build and install is an opportunity to do good, to take care of our clients, to give opportunities to our employees, and to give back to the communities we work in. Because we believe that a roof isn't just a covering to keep the weather out. We've seen that a better life can be created through roofing. If it's time for a new roof for your home or business, check out some of our work at hopkinsroofing.com. Let us put together a quote for you. Hopkins Roofing. Roofing done for good.
The wipers in the car go swish, 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 swish. The wipers in the car go swish, swish, swish. That's Central Tire and Auto.
Winter brings slushy, sleety, icy weather that's even more annoying if your wipers can't keep your windshield clean. For tires, front end work, their no appointment oil change, full mechanical work on your vehicle, and the important little things like new wipers, stop and see Sean DeWard and his crew next to Walmart in Pella.
Online ordering is now available at Culver's in Pella. Simply go to culvers.com, select curbside or carryout, and let us know if you'd like us to start making your order fresh right now or schedule the time that you want it ready. Our entire menu is available, including Marion County's best burger, chicken sandwiches and tenders, seafood dinners, fresh salads and hearty soups, kids' meals, snack-worthy sides, and our famous frozen custard. Just go to culvers.com and place your online order for your next meal at Culver's in Pella, where we're locally owned and involved in your community.
Are you a saver or a spender? Either way, we've got you covered at Community First Credit Union with two great reward checking options. Say goodbye to points and hello to cash. Our checking accounts are about money in your pocket, not points you'll never use. Simply meet monthly qualifications to get your rewards and unlimited nationwide ATM fee refunds. And no matter what happens, there is no monthly fee or minimum balance requirements. See for yourself what See First can do for you. Rules and qualifications apply, federally insured by the NCUA.
What are you craving right now? If you're in the Pella area, chances are that you can have it delivered right to you right now from our friends at delivery.com. With more than a dozen local restaurant partners, you can get everything from a pastry and coffee to pizza, tacos, pasta, sandwiches, wings, burgers, steak, sushi, and more. Don't forget the cupcakes or ice cream for dessert. It's all available at delivery.com, and they'll bring it right to you at your home or office or wherever you are in the Pella area. Check them out today, delivery.com.
And we're back inside our Knoxville Hospital and Clinic's Red Rock Clinic Pella Radio pregame show. Andrew Schneider, Wynn Veenstra coming to you, preparing you for varsity action So you can see on Pella Christian's High School YouTube channel, got a good one going in the JV game. You can watch that also on an alternative stream if you want the video. We're just here for the varsity business here tonight, so we'll get you, or rather this afternoon. It always gets confusing when we do these afternoon games when we call every single game all year at 6 and 7:30, and now here we are. But as we take a look at our Hormel Foods radio key plays to this game, I think Pella Christian, the formula for success for them all season long, it starts with how their guards are playing. And last night versus Newton, their guards dominated defensively. It wasn't a huge offensive night, but obviously Skelhaas and Heisman both got close to 10 points scoring. That's what the Eagles need to have, I think, if they're going to be one of those teams that makes a big run here in the tournament. And I think this is going to be a big test today to see, A, how good the Eagles are, but B, how well they match up with a state tournament backcourt.
Yeah,
2A.
And the guards didn't have a huge night offensively when you look at the scoreboard, but I think if we'd have had the assist numbers, I think they had several of them, because with Eric being double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed, they were able to find Nico and Danny, and those guys really had a nice game and was able to really carry some heavy scoring load right in there to really just make it a real well-balanced game for Pella Christian.
When we talk about balance, and that's what makes this Van Meter team go. Again, they don't play the same schedule that Pella Christian does night in, night out, so the numbers head-to-head are a little bit skewed in the sense that PC plays some of the best teams in 3A and certainly in Class 4A. But what Van Meter does well is they have a ton of balance, and I think it's kind of a step above what PC's been able to do. They've got 6 guys win with, 6.5, 7 points, and 4 or 5 of them are right around the 10-point mark. And, I don't know how deep they go against a team like Pella Christian. I'd have to kind of look more in and see the film against DMC in some of those games. But obviously, there's not really one guy you can key on this Van Meter team. It makes them very tricky to defend.
Yeah, if I remember right, the game that we played them last year at Van Meter went down to overtime. I mean, just a well-balanced team. You don't know where the points are going to come from, and got to be ready to play everybody all night. I think Pella Christian can match up with them as far as depth and everything. So, and certainly should have a height advantage. It's just a matter of can they control those guards and can they keep the score, progressing. They can't have a lull in the score like they've had against some teams in the Little Hawkeye Conference this year.
Well, and the other key I want to make some note of here today for both these teams is obviously the beauty of this game is that it won't determine everything, right? I think we've seen it. The past several years, these teams have met each other quite a bit in the playoffs, and same with DMC and Pella Christian, kind of that similar mantra where the regular season result does not necessarily dictate. In fact, it's usually been the opposite.
Right.
So not to say you're going to throw the game today. That's not what I'm insinuating, but obviously don't read too much into what happens here today. You're learning. This is a huge learning opportunity, and I think for both these teams, this is going to be a game that gets everybody ready for the state tournament.
Well,
that's what this is.
And I alluded
about.
to that earlier. The fact that you're playing against a good team that is likely going to be at the state tournament, and if you lose the game, you know what you got to work on to get better to win that game.
And there's still time.
And there's time to do that. And so for both teams, it's in the last couple years, it's worked to Van Meter's advantage, and hopefully Pella Christian can win this game and also learn what they need to do. With Van Meter especially have beaten Des Moines Christian twice, maybe they can get a handle on what does Van Meter do so well that they're able to beat them and we weren't.
Well, and you think about that, and I think the comparison, I believe it was 3 years ago. So prior to the 2020 state tournament team, it was 2019, and Pella Christian went to their floor and controlled that game. It was a clash of styles, right? Van Meter really wanted to slow things down. They had a ton of size. Pella Christian wanted to play kind of a run-and-gun Little Hawkeye Conference style game. Pella Christian won by 15 and lost the sub-state game to go, and again, that was a month's difference, so I don't think there was a ton of difference in talent, but game plan and execution and learning from that opportunity, that's what today is really all about.
Yeah, and like I said, it's just a good tune-up. You're down to 3 games left in the regular season for Pella Christian. I'm not sure what Van Meter's schedule looks like, but they want to keep progressing, keep working hard. There comes a time when practice is getting kind of boring, so it's nice to get out and play a lot of games.
Those are your Hormel Foods radio keys to this game. Looking for the key to your new career, visit hormeljob.com. Got a good one again brewing here in the JV game, maybe a sign of things to come, 53-52, and it's been a fairly well-played JV game, as you would expect with these two programs that are perennial 2A contenders win, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree, right? The same players we're seeing now, there's a good chance, well, especially this year with the senior heavy class of the Eagles, and I would say a very senior, a mix of seniors in for Van Meter. A lot of these guys will be playing each other next year in the varsity game.
Right. Yeah. And Pella Christian's playing at least one junior, if not two, here on the JV. So, these guys know they're going to have to play next year on the varsity as seniors. And there's just not a lot of room for them at the varsity level this year with that really heavy senior team. Yeah.
So we'll see how things all pan out here. It should be a fun afternoon of basketball. Already has been here on Eagle Lane between Pella Christian and Van Meter. So we're going to go ahead and step aside for a commercial timeout, and we'll have more of your Knoxville Hospital and Clinic's Red Rock Clinic Pella Radio pregame show as we get you set for our opening tip presented by Dutch Mill Supply. It's a Pella Christian versus Van Meter on KNIA.com.
is proud to award 3 $1,000 scholarships to area high school seniors. If you're a high school senior at Pella or Pella Christian, or a homeschooled student and your family receives electricity from us, check with your guidance counselor or visit our website for details. Application deadline is February 28 through Dollars for Scholars. Looking out for you, we're Pella Cooperative Electric.
Even a mild winter can take a toll on your roof. Between the freeze and the thaw, you may need new shingles. Certainly, if you're going to get new shingles, you're going to get CertainTeed shingles from Dutch Mill Supply in Pella. CertainTeed Roofing offers a wide array of residential roofing shingle options.
Dutch Mill Supply, located in Pella, is your only locally owned, one-stop, full-service lumberyard and building material supplier. My name is Joshua Payne. My staff and I are here daily for professional service from the guy next door. Our product line is diverse, and we'll get you what you need quickly and at a competitive price.
It's snowing hard, and your family has a million places to go. You've got to get out of the garage now, and it's no time for amateurs. Thankfully, you're a pro with lots of winters under your belt. You grab your Toro snow thrower, and it starts right up. The truth is, you crave the adrenaline rush of clearing the driveway right down to the pavement in record time. And just like that, you're done before the neighbors. Visit DeRuyter Lawn Equipment in Pella to experience Toro snow throwers for yourself. So bring on winter. You're ready for it with Toro.
Remodeling can be a headache, especially when you're trying to work around your contractor's schedule. You don't have to worry about that with Mike Blom with Cabinet Design of Pella and Wood Harbor Cabinetry. Just ask Deb Shaw of Pella.
Mike was always very accommodating to our schedule. Anytime that we set up a time to meet, he always wanted to make sure it worked for us. Most of our meetings were in the evening, and it never bothered him to come out and be out here.
Hi, I'm Mike Blom, the cabinet guy. Cabinet Design of Pella, where we expand and enhance your ideas beyond your expectations.
Did you know that when you use your Marion County Bank debit card, your purchases can benefit local schools? That's right, you can help the bank make a financial contribution to a local school of your choice. With your checking account and debit card from Marion County Bank, each time you use your card, those transactions add up during the year and we make donations to area schools. It's easy to enroll online, select your school, and there's no cost to you. Marion County Bank's Report Card Program, a great way to make a difference in our schools together. Marion County Bank, serving you, building community. Member FDIC.
Stop in for the two-day sale this Friday and Saturday at your Hy-Vee stores in Pella, Oskaloosa, and Knoxville. Well, you'll get 30 cents on your Fuel Saver card for every $60 you spend. Plus, we have great deals throughout the store, like 50-count Bakery Fresh donut holes for just $5 and a 10-cent Fuel Saver. A 5-pound bag of Green Giant russet potatoes, $2.99 and a 10-cent Fuel Saver. Get these great deals and much more Friday and Saturday at your Pella, Oskaloosa, and Knoxville Hy-Vees.
At Kinetic Edge Physical Therapy, we know how important it is for athletes to heal properly so they can continue making plays and staying active. We pride ourselves in providing top-notch care for athletes of any age. Whether you're the quarterback for a local team, a leisurely runner, or somewhere in between, we've got you covered at Kinetic Edge. You can choose where you go for physical therapy. Choose Kinetic Edge. Contact us today at kineticedgept.com or 621-0230.
Hi, this is Lonnie Desort, Petroleum Department Manager at Two Rivers Co-op, inviting you to fill up with gas at Pella's only locally owned gas station. Our Carsville location in Pella is open 24 hours a day, pumping Cenex top-tier gas, and you don't have to be a member of the co-op to use it. Next time you stop by, make sure to ask for a Two Rivers local card, because when you swipe it at the pump, you'll save 4 cents off every gallon every time you fill up. So if you're fed up with the big chains, fill up at Pella's only locally owned gas station, Two Rivers Cooperative.
It's a mindset. You've got to start with that belief in your mind. I've got this. I can do this. I can conquer this.
The relentless are unstoppable. They don't say, I wish I could have done more, because they give everything they have, every single day.
If you truly want something, you've got to be relentless. So what are you going to do today?
Brand appeal. Relentless for you.
At Pella Fiber, you're more than just a number. You're a neighbor, a friend, a family member. You are what makes Pella a great place to live, work, and play. And Pella Fiber is dedicated to bringing you the connections you need to live life to its fullest. So while big telecommunications companies see you as just another number on a profit statement, you'll always be much more to us. Pella Fiber, neighbors, not numbers. Join us at PellaFiber.com and connect to what really matters.
If you have friends or family coming to Pella, make reservations for them to stay in Pella's finest accommodations, the Amsterdam Hotel.
We have many different packages available depending on what they are looking for during their visit.
Our weekend getaway package includes flowers, chocolates, and champagne.
The Visit Pella package has tickets to the Historical Village, Vermeer Windmill, and Pella Bucks to spend around town.
And the stay and play package includes golf at Boss Landon.
Find the perfect package for your guests or yourself by visiting RoyalAmsterdam.com for the Amsterdam Hotel on the Bollengrat in Pella.
Why should you consider a career at Vermeer? Production Area Manager Adam Smith has enjoyed some of the perks that come with working here.
When they do their end-of-the-year meeting, they have a drawing and they pull for a chance to go on a plane ride with Jason. And I actually got to win that one year. So I got to go up in the plane with Jason, and we went over our house where everyone lived. And then we came over the company, got to see Lake Red Rock from the air, which was pretty neat.
Start the search for your career at Vermeer by visiting Vermeer.com/careers.
And we're back inside our Knoxville Hospital and Clinic's Red Rock Clinic Pella Radio pregame show. Andrew Schneider and Wynn Veenstra coming to you here at Eagle Lane, getting you set for varsity action. Let's run down what has been a busy day on our Marion County Bank radio scoreboard. Newton bouncing back in a big way with the boys' 68-35 final over Knoxville at Wells Fargo Arena today. So that's a final score. So even sooner than Pella Christian played, Newton had to pick up the pieces, and they do so nicely and get a bounce back win at the Well. And they're a dark horse win. We saw them last night maybe not play their best, but they've knocked off Pella. They are a sneaky team in DCG's bracket that can make their way to the Well.
Yeah, they certainly could. Everybody that plays them is going to have to be prepared to play, and you know, they certainly can win if they get the tempo to the way they like it. And you know, and when they did beat Pella, obviously Pella didn't shoot very well, but that probably had something to do with the tempo of the game and the way they played defense against them.
Well, and then the other score in high school action today was Knoxville-Newton girls, and it was almost the opposite score, 63-37 Knoxville. So congratulations to the Panthers there. And then we are underway in our broadcast coming up at Central and Simpson. So live on 92.1 KRLS. It's Loris 60, Central Women's 40. That's end of 3. That's over on KRLS with Tyler Crabb. And then Andrew Swidner has Simpson Luther women. That's a big one. Simpson still trying to make a push towards the NCAA tournament and a run at the conference crown there. Simpson 55, Luther 41. That's on 94.3 KNIA, and that's on our Marion County Bank Radio scoreboard, where they're serving you and building community across the area with their locations in Pella, Knoxville, Melcher, Dallas. Marion County Bank is your local financial leader. Let's also take a look at our game time temperature presented by Van Haften Plumbing, Heating, and Wind. We are about 30 degrees warmer than we were for our opening tip for the boys game last night. 37 outside. It feels much better. This is going to be a little more common these next couple days. It'll get a little bit chilly again tomorrow, but then after that, feels like we're going to be heading into tournament weather. I mean, obviously you can still have the cold spell, but usually February we kind of climb back in the 30s, and you can feel the excitement in the air as we build towards Wells Fargo. And you and I have been to the Well before when it's been 70 in that first week of March. So let's hope that's what we're building towards, right? A full week up there with Pella and PC, and then 60s and 70s that first week of March.
Yeah, that makes it a whole lot more fun if it's shirt sleeve weather as you walk from the parking lot into Wells Fargo.
And then walk downtown for some people. It's a really fun experience, and we're hopeful we have that coming up in about a month. But your game time temperature is presented by Van Haften Plumbing and Heating. They're your local heating and cooling experts. You'll rest easy when you pick up the phone in here.
Van Haften.
JV game is winding down. Pella Christian and Van Meter battling here. Eagles still have a shot, 59-55. Again, if you want video of this without our commentary, head on over to the other stream ongoing right now at the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel. And for those of you that have the blank screen right now, 59-55 And what's exciting, we talked about it before this break, is these are a lot of the guys that will be suiting up for Coach Bohr next year. And you know, on the same side, same token, they'll be suiting up for Van Meter next year with the amount of quality seniors both these teams have.
Yeah, and like I said, some of these guys have been suiting up, some for the varsity, gotten in at the end of the games, and have had a little experience. But, yeah, for the most part, these guys are going to be the players of next year's team. So these close games are great for them.
And I want to give a shout out to the Eagles. It feels like every year we've got on the boys' side, such a robust JV freshman program. There's a reason why, you know, the Eagles remain a good conference team in a sea of 4A and 3A teams. It's years and years of dedication, and I think earlier this week they had a couple good games with Pella. Both the freshmen and the JV did, and obviously Pella is one of the same. You can say the same thing in Class 3A as you can say about PC. So it makes our jobs a lot more fun up here when we know that there's quality basketball, even after great players like Eric Mulder and Levi Skellhaus and this entire class graduate. It's not like the cupboard's going to be completely empty next year.
No, you know, again, going back to the 90s, you think, boy, next year we're just not going to be very good. Everybody's gone. Well, it doesn't seem to work out that way. The next group just picks it up.
Well, and look at a guy right there like Trevor Veenstra, who knocks down a three, and older brother Blake was a great multi-sport athlete. And, you know, in terms of some of these other sports, Trevor might be a tick better than older bro. And now older bro is an incredible track and field thrower, so we'll see how that pans out. But, you know, it's fun to see that too, right? You got siblings and cousins and then an offensive foul, and the Eagles have a chance here to take the lead.
Yeah.
So
this game is not over yet, and Pella Christian was just down by 4, and you would think if you're Van Meter, you're feeling pretty comfortable. Now all of a sudden, Pella Christian's got the ball only down 1 with a whole minute to go.
This is the Knoxville Hospital and Clinic's Red Rock Clinic Pella Radio pregame show. Here's Geetings, bounce pass down low. We're almost giving a little radio play-by-play on this side of it. And the game is on here, counted and won.
Isaiah made a nice move there in the lane. Kind of got it up there short, drawing the contact, no call. Got his own rebound, put it right back in, and
let me use your cheat sheet here.
And he got the
just to make sure. I know most of the guys, but just want to make sure that I'm not, you know.
You haven't been to enough of our games this year, have you? You've had too many of the in the green and white side.
Oh, great. Now you're giving me grief. Now, I remember.
And that's okay. You're entitled.
Well, and let's put it this way, too. What I see before is girls JV, right? So this is the first time I've seen the Eagles JV
and there's been a few games. I think at DCG the other night and at Grinnell both times the JV played it in the same gym as the varsity girls. So I got an opportunity to see them more than I have in the past.
Right. Well, and I wasn't at either of those games, so you know. Nice thing is I'm saving some road trips, but 61-59. So we are back on the video stream here. Want to give you a little bit to this exciting finish here on KRLS 3 on this JV game that's playing like many varsity games would on our airwaves as well. Van Meter with the ball, down by 2. And Van Meter to tie, and they'll get it to go in. That was Kale Trudeau. So the name Trudeau we're going to call in the varsity game Casey Trudeau quite a bit, a talented senior. It looks like the apple not falling far from that family tree, as that was a nice move to the rim, and we're tied at 61, 18.1 seconds remaining. This is your Knoxville Hospital and Clinic's Red Rock Clinic Pella Radio pregame show. Your colors of the game are presented by Pella Engraving and Sign, and the Eagles are going to have a similar outfit coming up for the varsity game. They're going to have their home white uniforms with the maroon numbers and letters and the gold trim, and then Van Meter is going to be in their road blue uniforms with the white numbers and letters and then the dark blue trim. A vision for less timeout by Coach Branderhorst as
That's
we're
his
in
last one.
JV action still, folks, tied at 61. Eagles have the ball with 12 seconds remaining, and obviously at this point you're trying to hold for a shot.
Yeah, you don't want them to get the ball back, or at least not with enough seconds to get down the floor and get anything off.
Well, that's where Van Meter, you pressure in this situation, right? You're trying to make sure that they force a quick shot or get a turnover. So
the question is who's going to take the shot. I'd say pretty good chance that Geetings is going to take this shot, or they might try to force the ball inside to Breams. Breams has been playing really well.
Breams just had the one that put him up by top in the three-point play. So, again, varsity action is going to follow, and we'll take our next commercial timeout when that starts, the warm-up starts, since we got plenty of time and we're making plenty of headway here. And again, Saturday of basketball, and I'm hopeful that all of our Saturdays moving forward are filled with basketball. That would be this coming Saturday the 12th. On the road ahead, presented by PellaMotors.com, as Pella Christian's girls travel to Pekin. That'll be the start of the regional playoffs and a good opportunity for the Eagles to earn a win. Potentially their 4th or maybe more of the season. Trevor and Wynn will have that for you coming up on Saturday. The following Saturday would be a potential second-round game for the Pella girls And that depends. It could be at home. Unlikely at this point would be a road trip on that Saturday. And then 2 Saturdays and 3 weeks from today, the sub-state finals in Class 2A. And that's the one where we're hoping Pella Christian's playing. And top of the key, Veenstra 3 for the lead, no. And now Van Meter will have a half-court shot to win it. And it hits off the ribbon up above. And
we're in overtime.
We're in overtime for JV. And maybe we'll have more overtime. That's the second overtime in a row we've had, Win. Yeah. The girls went that way last night.
They only went 2 minutes for the girls last night. What do you suppose they do here? I'll bet they go 4 this time.
Well, I think we've got our varsity officiating crew down there already, too.
Yeah.
So
I think that they're going to make sure it goes 4 then. They're not going to be talked into a 2-minute overtime.
Yep, they're going to go 4. Well, and last night, let's be real, there's homecoming going on.
Yeah, it was late to start.
Yeah. So we are in the JV game, and we have gone to overtime, which
I think the JV boys went overtime at DCG, too, the other night, if I'm not mistaken.
So we'll see how that all shakes out. Andrew Schneider, Win Veenstra coming to you here on the KRLS 3 stream. We do have a couple of Strauver Cellular instant radio updates. Another college land, Simpson 78, Luther 50 after 3. And again, it's still so weird to me, and I don't mind it. You know, I like quarters. The women's game plays quarters, and the men's play halves at the NCAA level. Loris will knock off Central's women 76-56, the final for Tyler Crabb and company on 92.1 KRLS. So this is the Knoxville Hospital and Clinic's Red Rock Clinic Pella extended radio pregame show, and it's a Saturday when we're going to break the rules, right? We're just going to call some JV basketball while we wait and get ourselves warmed up for varsity. We don't have our typical warm-up win with the girls playing before. So the Eagles will control the opening halftime hit presented by Dutch Mill Supply. Trevor Veenstra, right hand, no good. And the rebound control by Trudeau of Van Meter. So here come the Bulldogs. He'll lose his dribble for a second. Veenstra one-on-one with him, and now Bulldogs extending the possession. Number 35, John Braun, and he'll lose it. Stolen away by Veenstra, and then a reach-in foul on the other side.
Did they call the foul? Yeah, they did.
And that's Nolan Barney.
That'd be a 1-and-1. No, that'll be a 2-shot foul.
Yeah, so the scoreboard for our video audience, that's why we recommend
going to the other stream.
Yeah, you know, no, we're on now. We're all together. We're all joined together now.
Good deal.
So, but 10 fouls for Van Meter, so it's 2 shots, and then 8 fouls for PC. So should be 2 shots coming. And that was a foul out for number 50, Michael Steinfeld of Van Meter. Trevor Veenstra's first gives the Eagles a lead.
It's always important in overtime to get the lead and maintain that lead, obviously, because it is such a short period. It can get away from you in a hurry.
Next is in for Veenstra, a 2 made for Trevor, and a guy we expect to continue to make strides. Really excited about him this spring win and what he can do for the track and field team. Van Meter, and what a big answer again. I think that's a player we'll see varsity next year, Cale Trudeau. You can see why, just aggressive, quick, and really strong move to the hole. Veenstra lost the shot. I think it was partially blocked. And now Lincoln Vanderbilt on a long offensive rebound has the 3, rattle in and out, no good.
Well, he hit a couple big ones in the third quarter, but since then he's not been able to find the bottom of the net.
Haven't had a lot of subs here. I think we're riding the pack that we got here for both these teams. And loose ball in the lane. Van Meter will keep it, though. Between the circles, dribble, drive, Barney finds a man underneath, and the shot misses, and the rebound is controlled by Pella Christian's Breams.
Trevor made him alter that shot, I think, and he just didn't have any kind of direction on it at all.
Again, this is JV action, so, you know, you haven't missed anything if you're waiting for the varsity matchup, but maybe you have, because this has been a pretty fun one to watch while we've been doing our Knoxville Hospital and Clinic's Red Rock Clinic Pella Radio pregame show. Schurz throws it up high. Vanderbilt thought about a shot. Cross-court pass over to Gietings. This is Dane Gietings. The legacy continues.
Well, it's nice to see Dane out there because he's had a couple of bad knee injuries so far.
He's got a heavy brace on that left knee. And a spin move finish, no good. And the rebound is controlled by Van Meter. And I'm right to make that correct connection between, you know, our best friend Keaton and Dane. Yeah. We'll let Frank give me the thumbs up here in just a second. The foul on the Eagles on the other side, tied at 63 here in the JV So we're going to look at our Hormel Foods Radio keys to the game in a second for the varsity again. And you can tell the varsity players from both teams are chomping at the bit to get on the floor. This is overtime. Van Meter will not take the lead, but they'll get the offensive rebound. Eagles had it through their fingertips a couple of times, still can't get it to finish on the other side, and it's Breams again. The rebound. Keating's top of the circle. Well outside with it near half court. Now dribbles up, gets a screen, double screen, has it poked out. Keeps it going. Veenstra left side, tied at 63 with a minute 33 remaining. You get a lot of ball movement here. Keatings crosses over in the corner. Vandermolen didn't pull the trigger. Gets stuck center lane, needs to get back out. Does, and then Veenstra draws the contact.
Nice job of driving the basket. And I thought a couple of times in that sequence, Dane had an opportunity to drive the basket too, but decided to dish it out instead. They finally get the ball to Trevor, and he went right at the hole.
By the way, your colors of the game presented by Pella Engraving and Sign. Whether it's a colorfully designed event banner, print making, or more, trust the professionals at Pella Engraving and Sign. What a strange pregame show this has turned into. But hey, we have an overtime game.
We're here. We just will be calling it, right?
Might as well. And for those who missed our homecoming interview, by the way, last night with King and Queen, with Caleb Belzer and Natalie Harrell, we will have that on Monday's Let's Talk Pella, so tune in to 92.1 KRLS for that. Eagles take a 2-point lead, 65-63. Both shots made by Trevor Veenstra, who's hit all 4 here in the overtime period. 1:08 remaining. Van Meter, still opportunity here, just a one-possession game.
Need a stop here, and they can maybe try to hold it. Here's a big 3, though.
And it's in. That's John Braun who knocks it in. Good-looking shot. Schurz throws it back out. Here's Veenstra. Breams off the screen, has an opening, and he'll miss the bunny. Had a wide-open layup.
He really needed to go up and just dunk that one because he was wide open.
40 seconds remaining. So let's go ahead on this other Vision for Less timeout and get back to the business of varsity action and remind our listeners a little bit about our Hormel Foods Radio keys to the game that we talked about earlier. That Pella Christian win has opportunity here to, I think give themselves some confidence heading into the 2A tournament. I think for both these teams, especially if it's a close game, right, and then both teams play well. And obviously you'd like this win, but it doesn't really do anything for you other than pride and maybe some confidence.
Yeah, with the bracketing and seating and everything done as far as the tournament
that
trail.
would help.
But at the state tournament, it would also help to have the win, for the seating at that point.
Because then you have the head-to-head, and you can argue, hey, we're ahead of you. So, which, if you think about where the state is going to go, and you think about the teams are getting there, assuming, well, whoever comes from Western Christian's bracket will be the 1 seed in my mind, and then Athlington Parkersburg would make a strong argument for 2 or 3, depending on who else comes out from Northwest Iowa. And then from there, I think Des Moines Christian, Pella Christian, Van Meter all probably have an argument to be probably anywhere between 4 to 6.
Again, I was kind of looking around today at some stuff on BC Moore and Quick Stats both, and Mid Prairie is sitting there undefeated, but they really haven't played anybody. So that's kind of hard to give them too high a seeding.
Smile, we were on candid camera. And Van Meter will turn the ball over and step on the baseline.
Don't argue with him, young man. You do not need a technical. He can't believe he stepped out of bounds.
Well, I think he's upset. He thought he was pushed. So 35 seconds remaining. Eagles have a chance to take the lead. That's what they wanted. Here in the JV game, our varsity action, we're behind a little bit. This is the Knoxville Hospital and Clinic's Red Rock Clinic Pella Radio pregame show. Veenstra will, I believe, foul. Yeah, he got tangled up with the defender. Ike Speltz had better position.
Yeah, and that ain't all bad, though, because at this point you need to put him on the line.
I was about to say it should be 1-1.
Well, it'll be 2, actually, but but put him on the line here. Try to get the ball back. If he misses it, one of them, you've got an opportunity to a tie or maybe still win the game.
Oh, you still have a chance to tie at worst, unless
this
the worst
this gentleman
happens.
has not, if I'm not mistaken, has missed a couple free throws already. So let's see. And he missed the bunny on a rebound. He makes nothing but net there. Yeah,
I was about to say that was perfect. On our Marion County Bank Radio scoreboard earlier today, Knoxville splits with Newton. Girls a big win, 63-37. The Cardinals boys 68-35, both at Wells Fargo Arena. So both go in, 68-65. Eagles need a 3 almost at this point. Vandermolen for the tie, no. But the Eagles will track down the rebound, cross court to Gietings. And Vandermolen, if at first you don't succeed, try again, and the answer is no. And another offensive rebound. Eagles will have a chance. Breams in the corner.
He fouled and made it.
And fouled. Oh, Coach Branderhorst called the timeout.
Oh, wow.
What are you doing, Brander?
Oh, man. I thought he got fouled and made the shot, but no, the coach had called a timeout.
Come on, Brander. Oh, I only give Dan grief because he's a good friend. I don't think he necessarily made the wrong move. He was trying to draw a play for Lincoln again.
Exactly, and Isaiah got the ball. There's only 6 seconds left, I think, and he probably didn't want him shooting the 3, but he knocked it down, nothing but net.
Oh, this is why we show up to Saturdays. You never know what happens. Last year was so weird. Remember, we drove through 3 inches of snow to get here, and then we were up there and we were hanging up in the bleachers with no table, and boy, what a difference a year can make. We're having fun here in Eagle Lane. So we're live inside our Knoxville Hospital and Clinic's Red Rock Clinic Pella Radio pregame show. Still got 15 minutes to warm up, so we'll get to our sponsors in just a little bit. But hey, we're playing by our own rules today. We've got a fun JV game on. Why not? Now, if this was like a 65-45, we'd
5.9 seconds. Got to somehow match what they just did and making that of the 3.
Well, you got to take it quick.
Yeah, I can't take this much time.
Lincoln will miss it. And that time goes out of bounds.
And that should do it.
Yeah. Now, the officials are going to argue about time, but
Yeah, but it's like 0.8, and that's not going to be enough to do anything.
0.6. Yeah, whatever. That's all right. Well, that was fun. We're going to step aside here in just a second as soon as the official time runs off the clock and wrap up our Knoxville Hospital and Clinic's Red Rock Clinic Pella Radio pregame show.
Not 6. Oh.
Nope.
No. They may have to count this down.
And Coach Brander's there to help.
Yeah, he'll figure it out.
Help.
So that's the problem with modern technology, right?
I don't think there's any problem. Look at Frank's setup over here next to us. There's plenty of fun.
Yeah, but Frank knows how to run it.
Yeah. True.
No, he's not sure. Every time I think I've got it figured out, I get a new computer and I got to learn all over.
Oh, if you're saying there's a chance, nope. The time expired. Ball game, Funge won the JV. We're going to step aside and get back to business for varsity. A good one, 68-65 in favor of Van Meter. Hopefully a sign of things to come. That's the kind of game we're hoping for in the varsity, right?
And I'm sure for the kids it was a fun game. And, again, when they're 50 years old, they're not going to remember their JV schedule that much.
Well, they may remember Coach Branderhorst taking the timeout. Breams is going to, he'll never.
Isaiah's going to remember it. I don't know about anybody else.
That's all right. It's all in good fun. We're going to step aside and have a fun varsity matchup when we come back on KNIA KBLS.com and the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel.
Here's a garage door tip from the gurus of garage doors at the Young Door Service. Not all insulated garage doors are created equally. You can get a quote-unquote insulated garage door with an R value as low as 3. The best insulated garage doors have an R value over 15. That's a major difference. So before buying your new garage door, visit with the gurus of garage doors and make sure that you get the right insulation level to get the job done.
Hi, this is Kurt DeYoung. We're the gurus of garage doors, DeYoung Door Service in Pella.
When the moment arises and it's time for a new roof, think Randall Roofing. This is Randy Jarzombek, owner of Randall Roofing, and we are the dependable and reliable leader for your home or business shingle roofing needs in Pella and the surrounding areas. Randall Roofing is proud to sponsor the Raise the Roof moment of the game and support our local teams. When it's time for a new roof, think Randall Roofing. Find us on Facebook or visit randallroofs.com. Thinking new roof? Think Randall Roofing.
This is Dr. Tim Yoder with Tri-County Veterinary Clinic. February is National Pet Dental Month, and I'd like to encourage you to schedule an oral exam for your pet. All of our dental services are discounted during the month of February, including cleaning of the teeth, polishing of the teeth, and dental surgery where needed. Call today to schedule your pet's oral checkup at 628-4040 for Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella, where your pet's good health is our number one concern.
They're the veterinarians.
Yes, we are. We're the veterinarians.
They take care of pets because they love them.
This is Kim at the Fairfield Inn and Suites in Oskaloosa, inviting you to come stay with us. We're a brand new facility that boasts state-of-the-art amenities coupled with the local charm of Oskaloosa. Our pool and fitness center is open to our guests, and free breakfast will start your day off right. Call and book with us today or use our Marriott Bonvoy app. We look forward to seeing you.
A mysterious force knocks the moon out of its orbit and hurtling towards the Earth in Moonfall, rated PG-13, and now showing at Pella Cinemas. An oddball conspiracy theorist, John Bradley, joins Halle Berry as a NASA executive along with a disgraced astronaut on their impossible mission to save the planet. Also new this week at Pella Cinemas is the Christian film Redeeming Love, rated PG-13, inspired by the Bible's Book of Hosea, and held over for positively its final week as American Underdog, the Kurt Warner story, rated PG. For a list of showtimes, visit Pella-Cinemas.com and enjoy a movie at Pella Cinemas.
At Vision for Less, it's just the right price. 2 pairs of glasses start under $40 and 2 pairs of progressives start under $80. Using insurance? We accept over 1,000 plans, and using your benefits is as easy as 1, 2, 3. No insurance? No problem. We've got glasses to fit your budget. It's just the right price. Only at Vision for Less. Right glasses, right price, right now.
Would you look at the time? It's tax time. You already know H&R Block does taxes, but here's what you may not know when you file with H&R Block, like how you can get expert help in person or virtually. Plus, our tax pros average 10 years of experience. You can even request to work with the same tax pro every year, and your biggest possible refund is always guaranteed. No one offers more ways to help with your taxes than H&R Block. At H&R Block, help is here.
Visit H&R Block, Pella, Oskaloosa.
Back inside the Knoxville Hospital and Clinic's Red Rock Clinic Pella Radio pregame show. Now back to the business of varsity basketball. Andrew Schneider, Win Veenstra coming to you from a top 10 showdown. Number 7 Pella Christian, number 8 Van Meter. As we are live inside Eagle Lane, and if you're enjoying the video coverage, whether it's varsity, JV, or all the other activities going on here at Pella Christian High School, make sure you go to pceagles.org and hit the donate link. Keep the stream free for not only our varsity but our JV and freshman programs and some of the fine arts as well. You can also click the Eagles logo on the bottom right corner of your screen to learn more about how you can contribute to Pella Christian's athletic stream and keep it free for all fans year-round. Andrew Schneider, Win Veenstra coming to you here as we get you set for a fun varsity matchup. And now we'll officially revisit our Home Health Foods radio keys to this game, especially as many may be tuning back in or whatever it was when the JV was happening. But obviously here for PC, big opportunity, state tournament feel, and as we said a couple of times in the JV game, a chance to be able to see how we match up, right? How we really stack up, and what little improvements we can make in the final 2 weeks of practice between now and that state tournament run.
Yeah, obviously a good team, well coached, experienced at the state tournament level. Had a lot of confidence in the fact that they've been able to run through their conference basically without any difficulty at all, except for a couple of minor tough games against Des Moines Christian, but they were able to come out victorious with both of those. So they're a good team. They represent Class 2A pretty well. Pella Christian needs to say, okay, we've gotten beat, but we're going to be out here giving our best effort because we've been playing against some really good teams in the Little Hawkeye Conference.
Obviously, head coach Jed Alexander has had his guys from Man Meter playing well. They're a multiple-time state qualifier in recent years, and when we think about this team, and the thing that got me the most about last night in Coach Boer's comments, it's the first time we'll see a very solid post game. Clark Fiala is one of the better post players in Class 2A statistically this year coming in. He's coming in shooting 58% from the floor, 12 points per game, and 7 rebounds. And so most of the teams we see, even Des Moines Christian, right, very guard heavy, run and gun kind of teams. And I don't know if DMC plays quite that style, but all year long, this very tall Eagles team, the matchup has been, we're taller than you, and they still are tonight. We're not kidding ourselves that the Eagles have more size on the floor than just about anybody in the entire state. But it's just going to be, I think, a more similar style, I think, to what the Eagles play than what they've seen all year.
Right, exactly. And again, I think especially back to the the DCG matchups and the Des Moines Christian matchups, it was the speed of those teams that made it difficult for Pella Christian's guards to get the ball to their taller players inside. And so we'll see whether Van Meter has the similar kind of speed or why they were able to handle Des Moines Christian where Pella Christian couldn't, and can Pella Christian overcome that and figure out ways to get the ball? Because like I said, if they can do what they did last night, move the ball around, wait till if Eric draws a double team, hit either Danny or Nico on the opposite side, wherever the double team came from, and make them pay for the fact that they left somebody open.
Your Hormel Foods radio keys to this game. Looking for the key to your new career, visit HormelFoods.com. We told you already about our colors of the game presented by Pella Engraving and Sign. Already told you about our game time temperature presented by Van Haften Plumbing and Heating, and appreciate all of our great sponsors of Eagles Athletics year-round. So the ball will continue to roll. Let's go ahead. We do have a couple of Strawberry Cellular instant radio updates in the realm of college land. It's a final Simpson 90, Luther 66 in women's action. They're live on 94.3 KNIA, and Central's men's basketball is just getting underway on our Strawberry Cellular instant radio updates. So we're about 8 minutes away from our, well, we'll probably do the anthem and prayer, I would imagine.
Yep.
Since this will be the only varsity, kind of getting us set for what the playoffs will look like, except for the fact that when the playoffs start, we won't have a overtime JV game to worry about by then, or to enjoy. I guess it depends on your perspective on that, but obviously getting ourselves warmed up for the single games, not used to those. That is for sure. So, as it stands, we'll take another commercial timeout in a moment. Take a look at your starting lineups presented by Miniga Pest Control. Big picture win. We're in the final week of the season now. I mean, it's kind of officially started last night.
This is my last game till tournament, so.
Yeah, Tuesday, it's Mike joining me back at Oskaloosa, Pella Christian and Oskaloosa, 6 o'clock on the road ahead, presented by PellaMotors.com. Girls, boys doubleheader. And then Thursday, it'll be me and Tyler Crabb right back here on Eagle Lane for Pella versus PC, and what very well should be in the boys matchup, a third place, outright third place in the conference.
Likely winner gets third place, depending if everybody takes care of business like they're supposed to on Tuesday.
You know, in the history books and all those things, they may not remember that, but in this conference, the way the conference has been this year, third place is a great finish, and fourth place is too.
Like I said, in Pella Christian's case, being considerably smaller than everybody else in the conference, anything above the bottom is a big plus.
Well, and you know, and we're going to be frank, that conversation happened this year for the first time in a long time. Formally, Pella Christian explored its options to not be in the Little Hawkeye Conference. And when we think about the other sports win, and I don't want to get too far down this rabbit hole, but I think about the future. I think the school we see across the way is a very potential future partner in whatever conference we see. When you think about Des Moines Christian and Van Meter and some of those schools, whatever the outlook looks like, there's a big restructuring potentially coming. Because to your point, Pella, Norwalk, Indianola, DCG, they're, 6. That's 4 of the top 6 in the conference standings right now. They're also the ones that are growing and compete at the higher level.
Two of them are 4A already, and a couple more could go 4A soon.
Right.
So.
And Pella's a little further off that, but they'll always still be competitive because of their other advantages. Whereas the other 4 in the conference haven't had a ton of success at all. And you think, yes, boys basketball, this Eagles team was always competitive in this conference. When's the last time they had a real chance to win? It was about 4 years ago when Levi and David were in their senior year. That's the last time they realistically had a chance to win until this season. Otherwise, other sports, when they're just not as competitive.
Yeah, they just can't put up the numbers and and they can be competitive with some of the teams that are down a little bit usually, but to say they're going to compete for a championship, it's pretty rare in any of the other sports.
But that's why I bring the conversation up briefly while we have this extra time and I think about it. And for our audience, is that I don't know what the long-term viability of the Eagles is in the conference for multiple reasons beyond boys basketball. And when you look at Van Meter, I think that they're feeling the opposite, right? That outside of Des Moines Christian, they don't feel like they play tough enough competition. So we'll see how that all shakes out. A lot of time between now and then.
But having been in the Little Hawkeye for a long time when it was Winterset and Boone and Clark and Nevada, and you're traveling all over the place. Right. I mean, it's nice. I mean, now what's our longest trip? Either
DCG,
and that's a just a brief hour, and you're
just
there.
above an hour. Yeah.
Yeah. So that is really nice, and you look at the fact that you're going to play Oski and Grinnell. Grinnell's going out, of course, but Oski, Grinnell, and Pella without having to travel very far at all, and even with the 4-lane, Norwalk's not a bad drive, and so
there's those advantages, but I only bring the conversation up because you mentioned the conference standings and that, and I mentioned that it's nothing immediate, but I wouldn't be shocked if someday in the near future these two teams in Des Moines Christian are in some potentially in a conference together, just because they're all so competitive.
Yeah, and I think there's other schools around that are
PCM, Pleasantville maybe.
They're in the same boat that would maybe like to upgrade their conference a little bit.
So we'll see. That's just all speculation, and today is the perfect day for wild speculation. So let's go ahead and step aside and take a commercial
timeout. Is the heat getting to you or what?
No, we got more time to talk.
There you go.
We've been on the air for 55 minutes without calling a single varsity point. So, and we're going to be another 5 minutes before we do. We do appreciate you joining us. In fact, we can tell you this broadcast is powered by Bank Iowa, donating $10 for every home three-pointer and every home dunk all season for the Eagles and Dutch. Go Eagles from your friends at Bank Iowa, where they say,
let's make it happen.
I can't remember the last time I've had that read twice in a broadcast before we've gotten to the game. But, hey, it's a Saturday. We're breaking all the rules. We'll have more of our Knoxville Hospital and Clinic's Red Rock Clinic Pella Radio pregame show when we come back after this.
If you are looking for some fantastic pork tenderloin, Wood Iron Grill has now joined the Tenderloin Trail 2.0. The Tenderloin Trail 2.0 passport is now available. Don't wait, get started today. You can get the passport by going to the website iowaport.org/Tenderloin Trail. Get the passport from participating restaurants or stop by the IPPA office to pick up the passport. Wood Iron Grill in Oskaloosa, home to one of the stops on the Tenderloin Trail 2.0.
As spring and summer sports seasons approach, have Raceway Tire and Exhaust team you up with a set of Firestone tires. Check out the Firestone Destination line of tires. Whether you drive a truck or SUV, there's a Firestone Destination tire just right for you. And Raceway Tire and Exhaust is your complete auto care center from bumper to bumper. No matter what your vehicle needs, take it to Raceway Tire and Exhaust in Knoxville.
Raceway Tire and Exhaust.
We got what you need
to get you on the go.
Over the past few months, Pella Real Estate Services has been sharing real stories of real people saving real money by selling their home using the Prez Listing Advantage.
They saved $3,600.
They saved $1,470.
These sellers saved $3,120.
Why pay a 6% commission when you can save thousands of dollars, just like many others have, using the Prez Listing Advantage? Call 628-1BUY to list your home with Pella Real Estate Services.
Hormel Foods in Knoxville is hiring. They have openings on first, second, and third shift for positions including quality control, operations, and maintenance starting at $17.85 an hour. All 9 positions will receive the shift differential. Quality control and operations will receive a 50-cent an hour increase at 3 months and an additional 50-cent an hour increase at 6 months. Employees will be offered weekly pay up to $1,000, a free 2-year college tuition, compressive benefits, paid vacation, and a 401k. Apply today at HormelJobsKnoxville.com.
Inspiration can come from anywhere. At Pella Regional Health Center, we are inspired by compassion. We believe in treating everyone who comes through our doors with the same dignity and respect we would want to receive. Let our compassion and support be the inspiration you need to find the care that you deserve. Choose Pella Regional Health Center and experience inspired care for yourself. Visit us at pellahealth.org.
Did you know that Pella has its very own decorated apparel company? Windmill Print and Stitch offers on-site professional graphic design, friendly trained sales and customer service staff, and production staff that is highly skilled and trained to give you the best looking apparel in the industry. Whether you're looking for custom-made t-shirts for your family reunion or new polos or hats for your business, no job is too big or too small. Windmill Print and Stitch is a proud partner of BSN Sports, printing many of your local uniforms and fan gear right here in Pella.
And that wraps up our Knoxville Hospital and Clinic's Red Rock Clinic Pella Radio pregame show. Knoxville Hospital and Clinic's Red Rock Clinic and Pella, your cornerstone of health. Let's take a look at your starting lineups presented by Miniga Pest Control. We'll start with the Van Meter Bulldogs, number 8 in Class 2A. Number 1, Carter Durflinger, a junior guard at 6'1". Number 12, Aiden Netton, a junior at forward, 6'3". 6'2" forward, a senior, excellent player and athlete Number 15, Casey Trudeau. Chris Schreck, a senior guard at 5'11", number 22. Clark Fiala, a senior center at 6'5", wearing number 40. That's Sturflinger, Netton, Trudeau, Schreck, and Fiala. For Pella Christian, it's their standard 5. Number 3, a guard, 5'9", senior Levi Skelhaas. Senior forward, 6'7", number 4, Nico Schur, is a senior guard at 6'5", number 5, Jaden Heisman. And apparently we're going to this.
You told us you wanted more data for your money. We listened. U.S. Cellular Prepaid is giving you more data, a lot more. Now you can get 15 gigabytes of data for just $40 with U.S. Cellular Prepaid, with 5G included at no extra charge. Switch today and get more data for your money. U.S. Cellular Prepaid. Terms apply. See uscellular.com for details.
At U.S. Cellular, we value our customers and our community. Accelerate your wireless experience at Strawber Cellular, an authorized agent for U.S. Cellular, located at 826 Main Street in downtown Pella.
There's a place in downtown Pella that takes you right into the heart of Amsterdam. A beautiful brick walk featuring a winding canal, a working drawbridge, and Dutch architecture providing a classic old-world atmosphere. Welcome to the Molengraat. The Molengraat is home to some of Pella's finest lodging at the Amsterdam Hotel, dining with Liberty Street Kitchen and Oriental Express, Beautiful You Salon, Pella Nail Salon, the Pella Window and Door Showroom, and many service businesses. You can even take in a movie at Pella Cinemas. Good luck to our local sports teams from the Molengraat in Pella.
At Pella Motors, we won't be beat on price, period. So if you're looking for a great deal on a brand new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram, and saving big money makes you happy, Pella Motors will not be beat on price, period.
Well, Fred surprised me there. They were all set up to do the starting lineups win as we're live inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. Here we are. Yep. I knew it was coming, but he just surprised me.
It's hard to hear sometimes what they're saying down there.
Yes. So, okay, our starting lineups, Levi Skelhaas, Nico Schurz, Jaden Heisman, Aiden Stoltz, and Eric Mulder for Pella Christian. Carter Durflinger, Aiden Netton, Casey Trudeau, Chris Schreck, and Clark Fiala for Van Meter. Your starting lineups presented by Miniga Pest Control. Shauna, his team, want to kill your bugs.
Call 628-3198. Miniga Pest Control.
So we get you set for our opening tip presented by Dutch Mill Supply. Dutch Mill Supply, your only locally owned and lumberyard and building material supplier. As we're live inside our broadcast booth, they're getting started on our college broadcast about the same time we are with their boys' game. So excited for that coverage, or men's games, I should say, as we get you set here for our opening tip of non-conference action win. And a fun Saturday to wind down the regular season and a very busy week ahead here, a Tuesday, Thursday of basketball. And here we are, Pella Christian, fun opportunity to see how far they've come. And I think for Van Meter, I think they're looking forward to this challenge, right? There's nothing lost in this game for either team.
No, it's nothing. It should be nothing but a learning experience for both teams. And again, especially I think in Van Meter's case, where most of their schedule is pretty light, and they need some challenging competition to get them ready for the state tournament.
Yeah, Van Meter played the 39th toughest schedule according to BC Moron. In Class 2A, Pella Christian plays number 2. Of course, I think the biggest travesty in the brackets this year is that Western Christian and Central Lyon, who've been 1-2 all year, have to play each other to go to state. The association really needs to figure that out to avoid that.
Well, the girls do a better job of that in the fact that they don't care how far they send people. The boys are trying to save a little money and not send people too far away from home.
It's a Saturday.
Yeah.
It's a Saturday for sub-state. I don't care if, I mean, they don't have to go to Fort Madison or Keokuk, but there's no reason why Central Lyon didn't go east somewhere with Denver. You know, it's like the Highway 20's 4 lanes all the way. Enough. I'll get off my high horse here. All that matters tonight this afternoon is that we have ourselves a potential state tournament game, and that's maybe what's at line. The only thing that be at stake is at the seeding meeting for that those teams could argue against each other, whoever won head-to-head, especially because right now they're at their best.
And I still remember what it was like when I was young. I loved to play basketball. I didn't care who it was against.
Right. And Van Meter is 16-1, and both these teams want to see each other, that's for sure. It's Fiala and it's Mulder, center circle, and we are underway. Opening tip presented by Dutch Mill Supply, controlled by the Eagles. Both teams winning last night. Van Meter is 16-1 overall, ranked 8th in the BC Moore poll. Pella Christian 7th, and they earned their 13th victory last night. Right-hand hook shot for Eric Mulder, and he's got the opening 2. and we are underway.
Well, they're not double teaming him. They're relying on their defense to be able to stop him one-on-one, so we'll see what happens.
A little bit of pressure coming in. Derflinger has it right side and eventually loses it out of bounds in front of Coach Bohr and the Eagles bench. First turnover, and a bit surprised win to see PC pull some pressure card, but on the same token, here comes Van Meter with something similar. As it'll be Aiden Stoltz over the timeline. Shoots it over to Heisman. In flow for three. Rattles off the rim a couple of times. No, there's the rebounding advantage for the Eagles. Schurz tries it. Kicks it out to Skelhaus. No good. Schurz puts it up again. And then this time, either it goes out of bounds or there was a foul, and it was on Mulder as he put his arm down on the defender from Van Meter.
Well, a couple of good looks that time, but just didn't get any of them to go. I thought Nico would get one of those to fall.
So first foul on Mulder, important to watch. The other, there's been two issues for Pella Christian in their losses this year when it's the guards haven't played nearly as well or very sharp and are turning the ball over, and Mulder's been in foul trouble. And there's a whistle and a ball that kicks off. I didn't see off of who. It ended up in the hands of Schurz, and it will stay Van Meter ball. Again, these two teams played to overtime. It was kind of a wild affair where Van Meter got out to an early lead. Pella Christian waited until the fourth quarter, made a big comeback, in case you missed it, presented by the Veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic a year ago, and ended up having a huge run at the end of the fourth and into overtime, and both teams traded blows, and it was the Eagles that came away with the win. A lot of these rosters are very similar, and there's a tip and a steal for the Eagles. It winds up to Eric Mulder. Second Van Meter turnover. Here's Skelhaus out to Mulder. Mulder showing off his shooting range. Can't quite get it to fall, though. Too strong, and it's Derflinger the rebound. 6:20 remaining here in the first, and that was for the tie, and that was blocked by Mulder. And the rebound goes to Heisman. First block for Eric. And now in the other side, Skelhaus catch and shoot three. That rims out, and Mulder steps out of bounds. Rebound goes to Van Meter. It's probably better because he threw it, and Van Meter was ready to run.
Well, we played 2 minutes, just the one basket so far for Pella Christian, nothing for Van Meter, only one shot taken even for Van Meter, so defense is controlling the early part of the game.
So yeah, Pella Christian's had the shooting advantage, just haven't been able to make them. And in center of the lane, that rims out. And Saturdays are weird in that regard, aren't they? Sometimes you're playing at a different time. Less than 24 hours ago, you played a hard 4 quarters.
Had a week of adrenaline at homecoming.
Yep, for the Eagles boys, and then obviously the big game for Van Meter earlier this week with Des Moines. I think both these teams kind of feeling it out. There's a hook shot this time short, and Schreck comes up with his second board controlled here. Schreck, the shortest player on the floor for Van Meter. Maybe a tie between him and Netton. They're very close. Not Netton, excuse me. One of the guards that misread the height there. That shot misses, and it goes to Mulder. Well, the offenses aren't lighting it up yet. And these are two of the better scoring offenses and scoring teams in the class. Van Meter coming in as 8th. Pella Christian is 36th, but plays the 7th toughest schedule.
Yeah.
And we've seen him score in the 80s before. Of course, last night, the air was kind of taken out of the ball when the second rotation came in. It very well could have been a 60-point performance and wasn't against Newton, but at this point, I don't think any of that matters, Win. It's not necessarily how you win, it's the fact that you're doing it. Nico Schurz, good dribble drive right off the baseline. He's super deep in there, Win, even deeper than the bricks, and then comes back towards the basket, almost towards Van Meter's direction.
Yeah, and it's hard to get an angle to get the ball up cleanly there, and he makes a nice move along the baseline, but he needs to start a little higher if he can.
Well, that one's short. Pella Hy-Vee game reset, 4:57 remaining in the first. Pella Christian 2, Van Meter nothing. Eagles are a 65% free throw shooting team, 69% for Van Meter, and both are out for sure, so missed opportunity for the Eagles. And I know that Nico isn't at the line as many of his other teammates. Nico coming in a 45% 45% free throw shooter. And that's, a potential liability down the stretch when teams are trying to foul.
So he's got to be able to put those in.
4:35 remaining in the first. It's been all defense here so far between these two very talented Class 2A teams. And that's a throwaway. And good job by the baseline defense. Started with Mulder, and then Stoltz recognizing the ball was going out of bounds, and that's thrown away by Van Meter. That's their third turnover.
Well, Aiden disrupted him just a little bit, and he tipped it with his hand. Yeah, third. I got him for 3.
Yep. 4:21 remaining in the first. Eagles break through the pressure. It's Stoltz, the shot fake, and it's blocked. Nice response by Fiala there to get that one going.
Aiden needs to go up strong with that one, and then he draws the contact.
Another short shot. Everything's short right now for both these teams. Mulder's already up to 3 rebounds. 4 minutes remaining here in the first. 2-0 Eagles. And then Skelhaus has his shot recycled out of bounds.
Well,
it stays with the Eagles, but
they're attacking the basket. I'll give Pella Christian a lot of credit for that at this point. They're not just settling for threes. I think they've only taken the 1 3-point shot.
Ben Gillian and Skylar Yazzie in the game. Eagles staying with their starters. Here's Nico Schurz. The hook shot just too long. There's Casey Trudeau. I mean, the Eagles they've done everything right except for make the buckets.
Nico's had 2 point-blank looks that didn't go. One, he got fouled on this one. He missed with no foul.
And I understand this is a different circumstance. It's a Saturday afternoon, and in the tournament, you're always going to play in the evening and have a day or two between your games. But obviously, for neither one of these teams, there's been nothing to really be excited about offensively. Van Meter with 4 turnovers, and the Eagles just can't buy a bucket.
Yeah. Well, it's good, though. Pella Christian's had no turnovers, so that's a good start for them offensively from that standpoint. We just need to get some baskets.
The spark plug for the Eagles is in. That's Danny Andringa, and then Tyson DeVries also running the point now. DeVries is over the half-court line, looking for some separation. He gets it. Center of the lane. Too strong on the move. Not sure what he was thinking. Van Meter was ready for it. Fiala gets the rebound, and now the answer, and they can't get it to go. I promise these are 2 very, very good basketball teams. It's just the offense. There's a lid on both baskets right now with 3 minutes remaining in the first. And now Skelhaus will get the finger roll to go.
Drove right in. Nobody picked him up.
I'd say it was a matter of time. If both these teams have moved the ball well enough, when I don't think they want the score to be 4-0. Let's put it that way. There's another Van Meter turnover. That's their 5th. And Skelhaus gets the steal. And now step back off the dribble. 3! Jaden Heisman pours it in, and he forces a vision for less timeout. And that was a nifty move off the dribble, and suddenly the lid's off the basket on this half of the floor.
Well, and he was so nicely in rhythm there. It's just almost like he planned that shot that way.
So a vision for less timeout, a 7-0 stretch to start the game here for the Eagles. This broadcast is being brought to you by BSN Sports. They're the official provider of many teams in our area, and they're looking to help you with their decorated apparel company right here in Pella. They're a proud partner of BSN Sports. If you need apparel for your team or business, call Phil Humming with BSN Sports at 620-8337 or stop into the BSN Sports and Windmill Print and Stitch office on Southeast 14th Street in Pella. And if you're enjoying this broadcast of Eagles basketball on YouTube, please consider a donation to help keep it free. Go to PCEagles.org and click the donate button, or just click the Eagle head logo in the bottom right-hand corner of this video and hit donate to PC in the header. Andrew Schneider, Win Easter coming to you here from Eagle Lane. 7-0 Eagles start. And it took a while, Win, but it feels like kind of picking up where they left off last night. It was defense turning into offense. 5 Van Meter turnovers. I feel, PC wishes the score was probably something like 12-0 or 12-2, but you live with what you live with, and they've played well. They just haven't made buckets.
Their shooting percentage is not very good, and most of those have been bunnies that they've missed.
But the beauty is they played excellent defense on the other side.
Yeah, so far they haven't let Van Meter get very many good looks, and they've turned Van Meter over several times.
It's kind of this extended zone that Coach Bohr has implemented the second half of the season. It's not a full court pressure win, but they're really not afraid to play teams and challenge them to the half court, and then that goes in for 2.
Kind of a flat shot that I thought was going to bounce out, and it somehow caught enough iron to fall in.
Trudeau is able to get it to go on the jumper. Andringa back out to Heisman. Heisman had 3 threes last night on homecoming. And Skelhaus looking for more. That one too long. Fiala the rebound. Minute 55 remaining here in the first. 7-2. Van Meter on the board now. Now 1-on-1 in the post. Straight up defense there for Mulder, and he'll get the block anyway. That's just, I appreciate Fiala's challenge there, but Mulder, that's a tough one. He gets the rebound. Tyson DeVries on the other side knocks it in for 2.
Just, you're just baiting Eric when you make that pump fake. Ooh.
Good answer. Who is that?
I did not. I want to say it was number 40, but I won't swear to it.
Okay. and made the shot. We apologize. We had a lot of action. They were trying to get the stat sheet going, and now DeVries slow to get up. There was some contact. That's on Yazzie. 1:20 remaining, 9-4. Looks like the offense is getting things going now here for both these quality 2A teams. DeVries will get himself back up. He'll stay in the game. Eagles have the ball in a 5-point lead, led by as much as 7 just a minute ago. Heisman picks up his dribble, finds Skelhaas. Skelhaas between the circles. Levi back over to Heisman. Heisman right wing this time for 3, and he gets it to go. Jaden Heisman hit his second tray of the quarter. And Heisman gives the Eagles their largest lead at 8. And then Van Meter dangerously close here to the sideline. And then Yazzie has his shot set to the moon, and Tyson DeVries happened to be there for the rebound. Third block for Mulder. And then can he get it to go again? No, heat check 3, contested for Heisman, but he'll end up fighting for his own rebound. Yes. And Eric Mulder ends up coming up with it here for PC, but he'll throw it away. One-on-one here for Schreck. First Eagles turnover, and it's a charge.
No, block.
A block.
He just
wasn't quite in position.
He started falling before the guy hit him, and that was not what he needed to do there.
So a turnover by Mulder after a nifty offensive rebound by Heisman. 30 seconds remaining, 2 shots coming for Chris Schreck. Again, a 69% free throw shooting team are the Bulldogs. And Schreck is at 88%. He's one of the best in 2A period. And if I remember that, he was the one that hit a bunch against PC a year ago. If my brain's not playing tricks on me.
I don't even try to remember that far back.
I know. That's all right. Both are in. Considering his percentage, not shocking. 12-6 Eagles after their first turnover. And Jed Alexander, head coach for Van Meter, was trying to help the officials there, and they didn't take his suggestion. Ball was tipped out of bounds in front of Bennett Sprunk with 23 seconds remaining. And here's DeVries trying to find some separation from Schreck. At half court to Aiden Stoltz. Skelhaas sitting after the first foul of the game for him. Just 2 for both teams. 8 seconds remaining. Now the play will start. It's a double screen, and then DeVries had it knocked out of bounds. I thought he lost it himself.
I did too. I thought he hit it, that he tipped it away from him, and then he tipped it trying to get it back, but the official said no, so you got 3 seconds to shoot.
Yep. Here's Stoltz. Gets it out to Bennett Sprunk. Off the dribble, at the buzzer, rims out, no. That takes us to the end of the first quarter. Offenses pick up the pace. Second half of the quarter, it's 12-6 after 1 inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth.
We're in the home stretch of construction of the new Lely Park in Pella. If you've driven by exit 44 on Highway 163, you've seen the building taking shape over the past year, and we're almost ready to move in. Final work is being completed inside with a move-in plan for the second half of March. Once spring hits, we'll move forward with more landscape development, and the Lely Park will really begin to take shape. Check out our website for exciting new job opportunities and be listening for details for our open house planned on June 2nd and 3rd at Lely Park here in Pella.
At Bruxford's, we're here to make your house your home. What you put inside your house can help make the difference between whether you enjoy spending time there or not. We'll help you turn your house into a functional, warm, welcoming, lived-in home. Stop in and visit with any member of our team about appliances, furniture, bedding, floor covering, window treatments, and accessories to make your house your home at Bruxford's Home Center, 405 Truman Road in Pella.
Back inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. By the way, congratulations in order to Kim Albers, our fan of the game presented by Delivery.com. We had that meal that never came to us last night. Well, I had it sent to my house today from Liberty Street Kitchen. Saturdays and game days, the perfect days for Delivery.com. You can earn $10 on your next order. Visit Delivery.com today and check out local restaurants, hot food delivered to your door. Maybe one day, Win, you got to call a football game with us. We get those brought to us at home the last couple years.
Really?
Yeah, so
we got to talk to Dan about that.
That's not Dan. That's our good friend Phil Hemming.
Oh, okay.
So
he probably doesn't want to have to fight the crowd to get it up here to us.
Well, and it's also 2 games a week, and potentially, and 12-6, 7:36 remaining. We often don't have as much time to eat before, too, depending on how JV goes. So Foul, by the way, was on Stoltz, and the friendly roll comes in for Aiden Netton. Again, delivery.com, fan of the game. 7:36 remaining here in the second. Van Meter is closing the gap here when it was a 7-point lead for the Eagles and an 8-point lead in the first quarter. In case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella. Now Van Meter an offensive rebound. Ball bounds right by Eric Mulder, who has 5 in the first quarter. And we knew Van Meter wasn't going to go down quietly here today, Win, and they're showing why.
They're trying to figure out, what they need to do and make the adjustments. And right now they're still kind of feeling it out.
That's where I think the Eagles, as Yazzie gets a great roll to go on the drive, cutting baseline. And it's now a one-possession game. It's where the Eagles, I think, Win, are going to kick themselves a little bit for not taking advantage of those 5 turnovers. I think they only got a couple points off that. Stoltz in the corner for 3. That's not been the Eagles' strong suit here today, but DeVries gets the rebound, and then he'll throw it away. It's Netton who comes up with it. There's been a little bit of that here in the second half of the quarter into the second quarter now. Eagles seen them throw away a couple. There's a turnover. Van Meter, their 6th, but and Van Meter maybe cranking up some defensive pressure, but the 2 turnovers I've seen, Win, have been throwaways right to Van Meter defenders.
Yeah, just and maybe taking the ball a little too far and rushing themselves to make that bad throw.
6:43 remaining. It's a 12-9 Eagles lead. They do have the ball back after the travel call. Double team trap by Van Meter. Skelhaas back in the game. Out to Stoltz. Stoltz shot fake. And he'll bounce pass into Bennett Sprunk and finishes for 2.
Nice finish there by Stoltz and Sprunk. Yeah, they got him the ball in a great position, and that's how you move without the basketball.
6:20 remaining here in the second. Live on KNIA KRLS.com via the KRLS 3 stream and the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel presented by Kinetic Edge Physical Therapy. That will go right through Benny Scher's fingertips, and that's on Benny. He has to have that one.
Yep.
And that goes to Fiala, who ended up getting the 2.
Yeah, that's
just have to secure it.
That's a turnaround that you just don't need.
Free 2 points for Van Meter. Sprunk nearly travels, and then he throws it off the foot of Franzman, and that should, I think, go to Van Meter. Yeah, there was a foul. And all of a sudden, when the Eagles playing out of control.
Yeah, just not fluid right at the moment.
And Van Meter is too good of a team to give this many extra chances. So the foul, by the way, was on Bennett Sprunk. And that'll be an Eagles turnover. And here comes Van Meter, center of the lane. And then Franzman called with the bump on Netton.
Well, and EJ didn't really do much other than just kind of slide with him and didn't let him go where he wanted to go, basically, and they called the blocking foul.
.5:38 remaining here in the second, 14-11. 5 fouls for the Eagles, 2 for Van Meter. Pella Hy-Vee game reset. Left side corner for the tie, no, and this time securing it is Nico Schurz.
Good rebound by Nico. Now we got to get him going on the offensive end.
Trying to set the screen for Stoltz. Instead, it's Heisman well outside on the perimeter. Stoltz nearly had it slip right through his fingers again, and then he throws it away. That time cut off by Derflinger. 4th Eagles turnover. Finish doesn't come, but the putback is in for Fiala.
That's another basket here in this quarter off an offensive rebound.
And now Skelhaas, boy, it's like all of a sudden the Eagles are befuddled here.
EJ thought he was going to shoot and wasn't ready to catch the ball.
It looked like Levi was going to shoot. That's a turnover, and it turns into 2 points, and Van Meter has their first lead in the blink of an eye. Credit the excellent play of the Bulldogs to get back in the game, but Pella Christian looks completely out of sorts on offense. They're up to 5 turnovers in a hurry, had none in the first quarter.
Well, it was almost like it was too much ad-libbing going on there, and nobody was exactly sure what was going to happen with the ball. And you've got to have a plan. You've got to have your eyes on the ball and know if it's coming to you. Like I said, that EJ was wide open, and they throw him the ball. It's the right thing to do, but he's not ready to catch it because he thought Levi was going to shoot it.
Well, that's what I mean. And to defend EJ to an extent, Levi looked like he had the ball over his head.
We all thought he was going to shoot it, but you got to assume that he might still pass me the ball until he actually lets the shot go.
This is a Vision for Less timeout. Improving lives by helping people see better. If poor visibility is causing you to miss things, take a timeout and visit Vision for Less in Pella. to get back in the game. And again, I didn't have any delusions that Van Meter was out of the game, but Pella Christian was so dominant in that first quarter defensively, it just felt like it was a bigger margin than it was. And for the Eagles, again, in about 2 or 3 minutes of game action, went from a 6-1 turnover advantage to 6-5 very quickly.
Yeah, they make one turnover in the whole first quarter. We've played 3 minutes of the second quarter, and now you've got 4 more. Got to take care of the ball. The starters are back in the game, though.
And Van Meter being one of the top 10 scoring teams in 2A, you give them enough shots, they're going to fall. There's far too much talent in the blue and white to be able to say, hey, here's some freebies. And Van Meter is playing some pressure here, so I want to give them some measure of credit, but a lot of these turnovers have been unforced Eagles errors. Baseline dribble. Skelhaas whips it out. Here's Aiden Stoltz. Stoltz over to Jaden Heisman, who's got a couple of three-pointers made, in case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic Appella.
They're the veterinarians.
Eagles have the ball down by 1. And he'll shoot again, and he'll get it to go again. Jaden Heisman, the hot hand, and if it wasn't for Jaden, this game looks incredibly different.
Yeah, but there's no movement. There's another turnover.
There's a steal, and all of a sudden the Eagles find 4 minutes remaining in the second.
There's no movement here by the post, though, in this zone defense. Nico and Eric are not moving. They're just basically posting up on the block and staying put.
Well, Van Meter's, I think, determined to not let those two beat them. And then
but they've got to make them work.
Yeah, and Stoltz throws it away. It's a turnover right into the waiting arms of Schreck, who is right there for the steal. 6 Eagles turnover, now a whistle before the shot went up. And it went out of bounds. No foul call. 3:44 remaining here in the second. Van Meter ball. They'll heave it out to Aiden Netton, and they'll throw it away again.
Wow. It's catchy.
Might be some grease on the ball or something, because neither team has had great crisp passing, and been a lot of passes right to the opposing team. 3:29 remaining here in the second. Both teams will take it. Down low, Schurz knocks it in for 2. Bit surprised he wasn't called for the elbow there, but he got the separation.
Again, the guy, I think, fell a little early.
Either way, it's 2 points for the Eagles. They're back up by 2 possessions. And these are two teams that we very well could see at Wells Fargo Arena in March. Shot misses, offensive rebound to Gillian. 3 on the way, the extra shot, no, and this time Mulder secures his first rebound of the quarter. He's up to 6 rebounds, has 3 blocked shots, all coming in the first frame, does Eric Mulder. To your point, no movement here for the Eagles post players. And Skelhaas through a sea of blue and white. His arm extends high, and he floats it off the window and in.
Well, and there Eric pulled himself up to the free throw line. He did make some movement there and created a space for Levi.
We're going to call that our drive to the basket, grown by champion seed dealer Jay Boat, an independently owned genetics company striving to build and maintain the broadest portfolios. Champion seed, they only champion the best. A 2-handed block for Eric Mulder out of bounds. That's his 4th block shot. He just has the 1 foul that he picked up early, and that was on the offensive side when in a battle for a rebound. And we've said it, this Eagles defense is so much better when he's not in foul trouble.
Right, and he stays back, and he knows that he can wait till the guy lets the ball go to go up and still block it away.
So the Eagles are on a 7-0 run that just ended. Extra pass to Trudeau, who finds the open for 2. Here's Skelhaas at the half-court line. Flips it to Mulder on the perimeter. In the corner, it's Heisman. Pass is tipped over the half-court line. Eagles will reset. Skelhaas will track it down left side to Tyson DeVries. DeVries, some separation on the dribble. Out to Levi. Skelhaas drawing that double team. There's Mulder, high elbow.
Well, he was trying to throw the ball to Tyson.
And Eric picked it, and Eric's feeling, hey, I'm not getting any touches here. Out to Heisman. Heisman, NBA range 3, and he's feeling it. Jaden Heisman is 4 of 5 from downtown today, and the Eagles back on top by 7. Their largest lead was 8 in the first quarter.
Yeah, they've made a nice run here after Van Meter went ahead.
And the answer is off the mark. Well, and Coach Moore said it last night in our post-game chat, we're a team of runs, and we've seen that here today. He'd like to be a little less streaky, but maybe that's just who they are, Win. And as long as you keep the runs going for your side, doesn't seem to matter. Jump stop for Skelhaas. He's out of the lane. Here's Mulder. Mulder mid-range. Bullets it too hard for Skelhaas.
Yeah, too hard and too high. Right idea, but you got got to get it down to where he can catch it.
8 turnovers for Van Meter, 7 for Pella Christian. 1:09 remaining in the half. Pella Christian 24, Van Meter 17. Andrew Schneider, Win Veenstra on KNIA KRLS.com. You have a couple of Strauver Cellular instant radio updates in men's action. It's Luther 20, Simpson 15 on 94.3 KNIA. Pella Christian 12-6 was our last quarter. It's now 24-17. And Luther is on top of Central's men 23-12. This is Van Meter's possession. Loose ball, Eagles forcing near scrum on the floor. That's a foul on Heisman. In position was Trudeau on the rebound. I agree with that call. Heisman was running towards the ball and bumped into the player in position.
Got to get there before that. Box him out, not let him get it.
Also on our Marion County Bank Radio scoreboard, Newton 68, Knoxville 35 in girls action or boys action. Knoxville 63, Newton 37 in girls action. So a split at the well for Knoxville and Newton. They played that series 2 years in a row now. Offensive rebound again here for Van Meter. And Mulder redirected the shot. Didn't get the block officially, but Heisman comes up with it after another offensive rebound for Hunter Hindy. And now on the other side, it's the Eagles with 25 seconds remaining. Here's DeVries. Just the third foul for the Bulldogs. So the Eagles want to burn some clock here, Win, and I think hold for a shot. Yeah, at least something close to it.
And they have the arrow, so they're going to start the second half with the ball. So try to make a basket at the end of time here, and then a basket to start and continue to expand this lead.
Well, and Van Meter this whole time has been in a zone.
Yeah.
2-3 zone, and that's not unusual for them. We saw that. We've seen that over the years. That's just, I think, the kind of defense they play.
Well, and again, with Pella Christian's lineup the way it is, you do not want them scoring inside if you can help it, and that's the best way to stop it.
Well, and Jaden Heisman's been the hero, hitting 4 3-pointers. He's really been the difference in this game. And then,
wow.
I say a travel. I think the proper call should have been carry, if that was anything at all for Stoltz. I don't agree with it either way, but that's a poor turnover either way for the Eagles. 8 seconds. Van Meter has a chance to nibble into this lead a little bit. Here's Schreck. Schreck high elbow to Yazzie. Yazzie steps back, has an opening for 3. No good. Heisman will get the rebound before the buzzer. And we're pretty much where we left off after a topsy-turvy second quarter. The Eagles a 7-point lead at the half. We head to our Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show coming up after this.
At the Pella and Knoxville Hy-Vee stores, we're hiring for a flex shopper position. You choose when and where you work. In addition to a flexible schedule, you'll get a 10% employee discount on groceries, and health insurance is available, even for part-time employees. It's simple to apply at Hy-Vee.com, or stop in the store at the Knoxville or Pella Hy-Vee and get an instant interview.
Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every eye.
It's volunteer season. Pella Corporation thanks those who volunteer to make our area a great place to live. It's clear that when you volunteer, you're helping others. On the job, the Pella team creates energy-efficient Pella windows and doors for homes and businesses throughout North America. And once the job is done, many Pella Corporation team members volunteer to make a difference in their communities. Let's hear a cheer for volunteers. For more information on exciting careers at Pella Windows and Doors, visit Pella.com/careers.
Sporting goods companies are facing challenging times with many suppliers carrying little product and offering slow delivery. At BSN Sports, we stand ready to change the fundamentals of our industry. We carry all the top brands that you demand with uniforms, practice and travel gear, and field and facility equipment. We stock our own inventory and decorate in-house, leading to faster delivery. I'm Phil Hemming with BSN Sports, and I'd love the chance to work with your school or team. Give me a call at 620-8337, and let's get started today.
The wipers in the car go swish, 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 swish. The wipers in the car go swish, swish, swish at Central Tire and Auto.
Winter brings slushy, sleety, icy weather that's even more annoying if your wipers can't keep your windshield clean. For tires, front-end work, their no-appointment oil change, full mechanical work on your vehicle, and the important little things like new wipers, stop and see Sean DeWard and his crew next to Walmart in Pella.
This is Dr. Tim Yoder with Tri-County Veterinary Clinic. February is National Pet Dental Month, and I'd like to encourage you to schedule an oral exam for your pet. All of our dental services are discounted during the month of February, including cleaning of the teeth, polishing of the teeth, and dental surgery where needed. Call today to schedule your pet's oral checkup at 628-4040 for Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella, where your pet's good health is our #1 concern.
Do called the veterinarians.
Yes, we are. We're the Veterinarians.
They take care of pets because they love them.
Hormel Foods in Knoxville is hiring. They have openings on first, second, and third shift for positions including quality control, operations, and maintenance starting at $17.85 an hour. All 9 positions will receive the shift differential. Quality control and operations will receive a 50-cent an hour increase at 3 months and an additional 50-cent an hour increase at 6 months. Employees will be offered weekly pay up to $1,000, a free 2-year college tuition, compressive benefits, paid vacation, and a 401k. Apply today at HormelJobsKnoxville.com.
This is the Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show. For tires, front end work, their no appointment oil change, and full mechanical work on your vehicle. Stop and see Sean Ward and his crew next to Walmart and Pella. Well, let's go ahead and do a deep dive into our first half stats delivered by Pella Fiber. Leading scorer of the game is Jaden Heisman. He's 4 of 5 from 3 with 12 points. Skelhaus with 4, and then Schur, Sprunk, DeVries, and Mulder each with 2. 6 points for Clark Fiala to lead the way. 2 of those buckets came in the second quarter on offensive rebounds. You have an interesting rebound stat here to share in just a second. Shrek with 4, Trudeau with 4, Yazzie with 2. Break down the interesting rebound numbers that we've had so far.
Well, for Van Meter in the first quarter, I have them for 9 defensive rebounds, no offensive rebounds. In the second quarter, just the opposite. They end up with 7 offensive rebounds and no defensive rebounds. So Pella Christian did a much better job of, if they did miss a couple of shots there in that second quarter, they got the offensive board and was able to get putbacks and kept Van Meter off of their board and did a nice job as a whole, but they did give up those 7 offensive rebounds for them, which I think at least 3 of those led to putback baskets for them.
Turnovers are now even. Eagles had a 5-1 turnover margin in the first, and now even at 8. Eric Mulder, by the way, leading the way with 4 block shots, and I have him for 6 rebounds in the game so far. Your first half stats are delivered by Pella Fiber. 35 miles of fiber underground and over 1,000 customers and counting with gigabit internet speeds. But it's neighbors, not numbers, that matters the most to Pella Fiber. Learn more about the Pella Fiber experience at PellaFiber.com. Let's jump into our second half adjustments presented by the Gurus of Garage Doors at DeYoung Door Service in Pella. And, the Eagles, I think, rectified a lot of the issues they had that first and second quarter when things have been going well. It's starting with that front court defense win that's really been harassing Van Meter and generating turnovers. And then the offense has really come off of Heisman, the half-court sets. But it's so true about this whole season, right? Even with that packed-in zone, a lot of those shots have come off of touches from the interior or cross-court passes. It's not just playing around the horn. They've got to get the ball moving if they want those open shots both inside and outside.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the offense has done a pretty good job. They've had that one little stretch there early in the second quarter where they didn't score much, and Van Meter was able to take the lead, but they since then shut them down, ended up scoring them, outscored them, 8-9 to nothing there in that stretch. So a nice little run there to build the lead back up to 7. But against that zone, Mulder and Schurz are not moving, and they got to move, get out of the way, switch from side to side a little bit more, come up to the free throw line. When Eric came up to the free throw line, Levi was able to drive the weak side because the deep part of the zone went with him. All he had to do was beat the guard on the outside and get a layup. And so that'll be there for him if those forwards and post players can move against that zone. And so I think it's important that our tall guys, our post players, end up being more active and taking a little of the pressure off of the guards, because at some point Van Meter's going to clamp down on Heisman and not let him get those looks anymore.
Well, or he might cool off. That might be the other issue. Someone else for PC has to step up, right? And I think for them to have long-term success in Class 2A, I'm so glad Jaden's having the day he's having, because I think he deserves it. He's a really good shooter. But they need to have more than 2 points from Eric and 4 points from Levi. They need to get those guys going. And as much as this team is very good and deep, the only way they're going to win a state championship if those two guys are consistently scoring the next 8 games.
And Nico had some good looks, too. He got fouled on the one, missed both free throws.
Right.
Missed the other one from point-blank range, didn't get the foul call, did make the one shot. So, he's 1 for 4, and that's just not good enough from his position there where he's taking those shots from. He's got to make a better percentage.
And those are your second half adjustments presented by DeYoung Door Service. One of the quickest ways to adjust the look of your home is with a brand new garage door, especially with the fluctuating weather and animals are going to be out and about. You don't want those critters in your garage. So why not trust DeYoung Door Service? You want to know why?
We're the gurus of garage doors. DeYoung Door Service in Pella.
We're in the midst of our Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show. Let's go ahead and take another look at our Marion County Bank Radio scoreboard. Late first half, it's Loris 31, Central's men basketball team 29. 5:26 remaining in the first on 92.1 KRLS. At last check-in, it was Luther 20, Simpson 15. That's on 94.3 KNIA. Earlier today at Wells Fargo Arena, Newton 68, Knoxville 35. That was a boys final, and then Knoxville flips the script. It almost has the opposite effect. Knoxville girls pull away 63-37 over Newton. That's your Marion County Bank Radio scoreboard, where they're serving you in building community across the Red Rock area. Our score here, 24-17. And a fun second half. The one thing we noted is that Van Meter was able to get back in the game, and the Eagles had some unforced errors. Yeah,
no, you can't relax, and you got to feel confident that a good team like Van Meter is going to figure out a way to get some points up. But hey, if you're on the team that's up on top, you got to feel good and say, okay, we've got a 7-point lead now. Let's hold it or expand it if we can here for the next 2 quarters.
Well, and I hate to play the magic number game, but, I think Van Meter's a team that's capable of getting up to 50 very quickly.
Oh, 50 or 60. 60 is not out of range.
No, they
for
can have
one
a couple
of
20, so maybe 60 is the magic number. We'll see who ends up getting there first in the second half. These teams played overtime, and they've played a lot of close games over the recent years. It's been one of the better rivalries, especially with this, past 5 or 6 year athletic surge that we've seen at Van Meter and their growth as a school and a program and a 2A. For many, many years, they were a small 1A school outside of Des Moines. And then the Metro boom, a lot of families wanted to live in Van Meter and in a smaller community, and I can appreciate that, growing up in a small town. And that small town's growing pretty quick, and their schools are growing quick, and with it has come a great batch of athletes. And we've seen this rivalry really blossom over the years. It's been a lot of fun, and I don't think it's so much fun right now for Bulldogs fans who are watching on the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel, but there's still a lot of game left.
Yeah, and like I said, this game, I fully expect Van Meter to make some sort of run, maybe not right away to start the second or third quarter, but at some point in this quarter, they're going to make a run and try to narrow this thing up. It's just a matter of how does Pella Christian respond to that. Are they able to hold it off? Are they able to do the things we talked about? Again, they're not utilizing their inside positions to the extent that they should be against this Van Meter team. They've got to figure out a way to get the ball into Nico and to Eric and let them get some good looks.
The biggest question here for me is Pella Christian going to be good enough to hold off Van Meter? Van Meter's only loss, and it's turned out to be a really, really good loss. It was a 9-point loss to number 6 in 3A Winterset. And that's a team who Pella will have to beat probably to get on the road to their state tournament in 3A. And BC Moore has them 6th in 3A. So this Van Meter team has beaten a lot of good teams this season, including Des Moines Christian twice. We'll see how the second half plays out. That wraps up the Central Tire and Auto Radio halftime show. For tires, front end work, their no-appointment oil change and full mechanical work. Stop and see Sean Ward and his crew next to Walmart and Pella. Eagles will start with the ball. Coach J.D. Bohr barking out an offensive set here for Skelhaus in the starting 5, including Schurz, Heisman, Stoltz, and Mulder. And there's a bounce pass that hits off of Nico.
We got a break there because the play was set up beautiful. They got the ball to Nico on the right side. He would have had a dunk or a layup if he wanted it, and he couldn't handle the ball.
Well, and I don't want to put too much on him because I think Nico's a very good player when he plays well, but he's had a rough day today.
Well, yeah, so, but it's a case there, I know there's no other way to get the ball to him there than a bounce pass, but you don't want to bounce pass it to the post if you can help it.
7:41 remaining here in the third. Eagles have a 7-point lead, 24-17. Here's Eric Mulder, top of the circle to Levi Skelhaus. Skelhaus left side, Stoltz. Stoltz takes a long-range 3, and it clangs off the right side of the rim. No, and the rebound is controlled in the field of the play for a Netton. And now here's Van Meter. And Aiden Stoltz is a pick-his-spot shooter at 43%. Has not made one today. 7:16 remaining here in the third. And he is trying to make a 4-possession lead. It's a 3-possession game. Van Meter, the 7th best scoring offense in Class 2A. Here's Derflinger. Derflinger, top of the circle. And there's a near throwaway. And that'll hit off the ankle of a jumping Eric Mulder out of bounds.
Well, the zone has given Van Meter a lot of difficulty. They're not quite sure how to crack it. I'm not sure if they don't trust their three-point shooting. They've had some looks from out there, but haven't taken them.
They're a good three-point shooting team at 35%. Now, they don't play this level of competition all the time. That's the only knock I would have on them. And it doesn't mean they're a bad team. It just means that maybe not used to this defense. And there's a fight for position, and there's a rebound for Pella Christian. That'll be credited to Nico Schurz, and then a technical foul. Or no. What happened there? Was there a technical that was just called?
Well, first they called the foul on Van Meter's number 12, and then they called a technical on Nico.
What did Schurz say?
I have no idea, but he must have said something. I think he thought the foul was on him, or I don't have a clue.
So the rebound goes to Schurz. That's an Eagles turnover and 2 free throws. Saw the technical foul.
Yeah, they called the foul on Nico. I don't know what he said. He definitely seemed frustrated about something.
Both are in for Shrek. Well, whatever Nico said was unnecessary. They don't just throw those out willy-nilly. And that's a bad technical foul for the Eagles.
Yeah, because Pella Christian had gotten the rebound, and
here's another offensive rebound for Trudeau on top of the key 3. Van Meter gets another offensive rebound. And what we saw at the beginning of the second quarter continues here. And now a whistle and a foul.
Yeah, Nico threw number 12 on the ground that time.
I'm sure at this point, I got to get Nico out of
here.
Well,
he's got Danny up there ready to go.
Nico is a very good player, but he is a liability right now and needs to clear his head on the bench. And it happens. You just have a bad day sometimes. Danny Andriga in, and you hate it because he can be a really big asset here in this game. Van Meter, after 2 offensive rebounds, will knock in the 3.
Well, that's a 5-point possession there after Pella Christian.
Mark that one down with 6:30 or so here in the third quarter. You're right. That takes it and makes it a game again.
And 3 offensive rebounds in that series.
6 minutes remaining here in the third. Dribble drive, and that's an air ball. Eric Mulder will pick it up, and he'll end up getting the rebound and 2 free throws out of it.
Nice job of reaching over without fouling there to pick up that rebound from behind, and now he needs to knock down a couple points, get the momentum back on Pella Christian's side.
Stravers Cellular Instant Radio Update. Mulder will make the first after a couple of bounces. Luther 35, Simpson 34, men's basketball at the half. Also have a wrestling update. Pleasantville Wrestling second, Southeast Warren and Meltzer Dallas fifth in the Class 1A sectional. Second misses, rebound goes to Trudeau. Just 3 points for Mulder. And Van Meter can take their second tie of the game. And it's a near steal, but it will stay with Van Meter, and the tie is in. And Chris Schreck is feeling it. He's got 10 to lead Van Meter, and they've tied it.
Well, it just left him wide open after the scramble, and Pella Christian needed to come away with that ball after Heisman tipped it away.
Well, things coming apart here for the Eagles. Can they recover here in the third quarter? Had a 7-point lead, and in a matter of 2.5 minutes, have watched it whittle away, and it's been a lack of rebounding win, and it was that technical foul. They're not doing any work on the defensive glass when they're losing that battle. Stoltz, can he bring it back? Yes.
Nice.
You
nice
need
shot.
a 3, and Aiden Stoltz had a great shot. PC needed that win because things were not looking good there for the Eagles.
Said we knew that Van Meter would make a run. We didn't know they would make it all within a stretch of about 30 seconds because Pella Christian just kind of quit playing basketball there for a little bit. But nice shot there by Aiden to maybe stem the tide a little bit, put them back on top, and maybe get the momentum back on their side.
About to say, and they did that well in the second quarter. I want to give credit where credit's due, but when's the last time the Eagles have had a defensive rebound win? It's been a long time.
Yeah, not in this half.
And there's been 3 or 4 already the ball's bounded around a couple of times after some misses here for Van Meter, and they've had all the offensive rebounds again. And that happened in the second quarter, but the Eagles were making moves on the other side, whereas now things have quieted down. Let's see if the Bulldogs can answer, and I think they will. Schreck starting to feel it. He's a guy that can't let get hot, but I think he's there. Easier said than done, but Schreck is a 44% three-point shooter. He leads Van Meter, and he is their leading scorer at 12 points a game. 4:54 remaining. See if the Eagles defense can get lockdown going again, or can the Bulldogs turn this into a seesaw? And it looks like the teeter-totter is going to rock back and forth. Good move there by Trudeau in the center of the lane.
Yeah, pulled up it short of Mulder, and Eric couldn't block it.
That's one way to prevent a 6'9" frame from having an impact. Just one foul from Mulder, and that's tipped out of bounds by Trudeau near sideline, in front of the scorer's table.
Pretty fortunate there. That wasn't a great pass from Tyson over to Eric, but he was able to keep possession.
Van Meter, it looks like they've switched things up defensively, too. They're not in that zone anymore. They were in a 2-3 the entire first half win, and we're extending it, and this looks like man-to-man.
Yeah. So now you got to take advantage of that. Get those post guys working.
And there's a screen from Mulder for Aiden Stoltz. Back out to Danny Andringa. Andringa out to Stoltz. Back and forth they go, Aiden. With Jaden Heisman. Tips it out to Tyson. 4 minutes remaining here in the third. There's Danny Andringa. Loses the handle on it. Bounce pass through the wickets of Mulder, ends up in the arms of DeVries, and he will lean in for two. A tough, hard-earned bucket for Tyson DeVries.
I don't know how he got that shot off, but he twisted his body in the air and was able to lay it off the glass.
Eagles back up by 3 and make it 2. And Clark Fiala gets it going. 30-29. And don't think that the Bulldogs have woken up here. They look like they're back in this one here, Win.
Yeah.
And a lot of that was self-inflicted by the Eagles. And credit Van Meter's Shrek for making some nice shots in the meantime. Here's Mulder trying to work his way through traffic and does.
Nice finish there by Eric. Kind of a bullet pass that he just barely was able to get a hand on, but put it off the glass and in.
Coach Moore looks on, standing, hands on his knees, trying to get his defense willed into some intensity here. Coach Alexander on the other side knows his guys are back in this game. There's a shuffle pass down low in trouble for Carter Derflinger. Wisely dribbles it out of the danger zone. Now the Eagles fans feeling it, and a whistle and a vision for less timeout. That's a full timeout, and we will keep it right here. Well, nice recovery there for the Eagles. Credit.
Yep.
You know, obviously Van Meter, it feels like their offense clicking a little bit more, but that had a real opportunity there, and I wasn't trying to pick on Nico, but it was clear his head was not where it needed to be with that technical foul, and then that play after where he just pushed the guy down. And it could have easily been another technical or intentional.
Yeah.
And now the Eagles, though, recover nicely offensively and now need a couple of stops.
Yeah, they're matching baskets right now. Now they need to get back after it again, get that little run going like they had both in the first and second quarters, and, you know, put together an 8, 9, 10 nothing run would be huge at this point.
And they're capable. That's been their season. Yeah. That's been the way that Pella Christian has either come back in games, win, or have tied it. Yeah. It's been the little mini runs and stretches, as Coach Moore identified last night. Well,
they've got Tyson in there playing defense on that good three-pointer shooting guard they've got, and I don't think he's going to let him touch the ball if he can help it.
A busy day continues. We had wrestling sectionals today, so certain wrestlers in our smaller schools in 1A, 2A had an opportunity to advance to the district tournament. Everybody wrestles next Saturday in the districts, including Peyton Ritzert, Pella Christian High School stud athlete here, is got, I think, just 1 or 2 losses on the season for the Pella wrestling team this year. Excited to see if he can make a run at Wells Fargo Arena. A couple of guys from the Dutch have a chance in a really tough bracket. 32-29. And it's technically Dutch and Eagles. The Eagles share that program with Pella. 2:42 remaining here in the second. Van Meter, new life in this game. They'll try to tie it again, and they will. Chris Schreck is feeling it.
Yeah, Tyson left him go just a little bit, and he off the screen, he's knocked it down.
He is 3 for 3 from downtown in this quarter. And all 3 of them win, if I'm not mistaken. They haven't missed. They've missed the rim in a good way.
Yeah.
2:20 remaining here in the third. Eagles tied at 32. And DeVries dribble drive. That time had his shot recycled. And that was a block shot for Fiala, his third. And you appreciate Tyson's aggressiveness, but it feels like sometimes he kind of plays into the defense there.
You know, he's made some great moves around the basket to get shots off the glass and in, but he's out of control a lot of the time, and that time he got in there too far, and he's fortunate they got the ball back.
Well defended by Van Meter. So it is a team rebound for the Eagles after the block shot goes out of bounds. And Skelhaus back in the game. Down low to Mulder. Mulder works it out to Levi. Levi, he gets a shot fake. Beautiful touch. And that's that inside-out game.
Yeah, but at least they got the ball into Eric. He had a man one-on-one. He maybe could have went, but he pushed it back out instead. Levi knocks down a little 8-footer.
That's what I mean. Anytime Eric touches the ball down there, it's drawing at least 2 defenders. And then Skelhaus found an opening and dribbled it inside and found a pure shot just inside the free throw line. Eagles back up. So ties or lead change margins starting to rack up here. Van Meter's led once in this game. Going for the tie. The Eagles get their mitts on what has been a rare defensive rebound. Minute 26 remaining here in the third. A Pella Hy-Vee game reset. Eagles have a 2-point lead at 34-32. Looking to make it 2 possessions. That time Skelhaus misses, and Mulder gets tied up with Fiala. Man, that felt like a lot of ball down there.
That was a lot of ball.
He'll get the offensive rebound. Mulder, well, he's up to 8 rebounds, and now he's got 2 more foul shots. And that's the second on Clark. Mulder, nothing but net on the first try. Yeah.
But he's had a good quarter here.
He has. He's been productive all game with his blocks and rebounds.
Yeah.
But
got to keep feeding him the ball offensively if they're going to play man-to-man, though.
That second one misses, and Heisman is
out of bounds. Wow, no undercut. Got undercut big time. They didn't call the foul.
I can't believe the no call there. He's getting the near side official is acting like he didn't see it, and he must not have. That's not a good call.
It was right in front of him. How could he not?
Yeah. Rebound goes out of bounds to Van Meter. Well, officials aren't perfect. They've called a pretty good game so far, but that one missed.
He was trying to box Jaden out, and he just slid completely underneath Jaden.
I mean, I don't think Jaden was just randomly jumping out of bounds. Scher's back in the game. It's 2 points for Yazzie. Just off the bench for Van Meter. 1 point Eagles lead and a turnover. There's Schreck, and he has been busy. That time misses his shot wildly. Offensive rebound again, turns into 3.
Can't afford those turnovers. They still had a 1 point lead and throw the ball away. Ends up being 3 points.
And another turnover. And this is where the Eagles get into a ton of trouble. And it's in for 2. Credit the Bulldogs. They now all of a sudden have a 4 point lead.
Well, we knew they'd have a run, but they've extended the run the whole quarter.
It's a vision for last timeout with 26 seconds remaining. Arrow favoring the Bulldogs. Well, Pella Christian has gift-wrapped a lot of opportunities here for Van Meter, and they're too good of a team win to give so many free
especially
opportunities.
That last basket, just a lazy pass trying to get the ball over the forecourt. You got to put some heat on it. Van Meter's able to jump up, steal it, and knock down a 3 and really get the momentum.
And Van Meter's very athletic, and they're one of the taller teams that Pella Christian has faced. But I've gotten a sense that we just are not positioning ourselves well on rebounding either. I mean, how many offensive rebounds are they up to?
They've got 4 in this quarter, so they had 7 before. They're up to 11 now for the game, and that's just way too many.
For a team at Pella Christian that has a height advantage, and not that height is everything in a rebounding game, but it just feels like Pella Christian is losing a battle they should be winning there, too.
They got to want the ball a little more than they do.
So Van Meter's had a ton of extra opportunities in the quarter thanks to a couple of Eagles turnovers and more offensive rebounds, and Pella Christian is at their largest deficit. And Van Meter on the cusp now of controlling this game. Eagles have 15 seconds to do something here, Win. See what our creative idea drawn up by Brand Appeal is for the offense. Relentless for you. For Print Web Video Interactive, that's Brand Appeal. Baseline dribble drive. Tyson looking for Nico Schurz, and Schurz is at the foul line.
He's got to go up and dunk that ball. It's right there for him. By taking the shot, it let the defender have time to get in between him and the basket and block the shot, gets called for the foul.
And he'll miss the front end. It has just not been Nico's day. Schurz misses the second badly. Mulder at the buzzer. Offensive rebound won't go in. And Van Meter takes control of their offense. 22 points in the quarter, 39-35. Bulldogs lead heading into the fourth. Inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth.
We know you have choices when it comes to wireless plans for your home or business. At Strawber Cellular, we strive to be that local expert to provide all the service and expertise you need to make U.S. Cellular your choice for wireless service. Our knowledgeable staff can provide you with everything from smartphones and tablets to home internet and security options. Choose Strawber Cellular, your locally owned authorized agent for U.S. Cellular in downtown Pella.
folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things, like finding that missing sock. That's simple human sense.
Ask me, Lance Klein, at the Verduff Agency in Pella, if auto owners make sense for you.
Live inside our Pella Real Estate Services radio broadcast booth. Eagles down by 4, 39-35. In case you missed it, presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic. It was an Eagles 7-point lead to start the fourth. The missed shot and the defensive rebound, Mulder into 10 rebound territory. Eagles need to get the offense going here, Win.
Yeah, just one basket at a time. Doesn't have to be anything flashy. Get the momentum back on your side of the floor.
Mulder on the post, step back, doesn't fall. Loose ball rebound goes into the waiting arms of Jaden Heisman, though, and it stays Eagles ball. Here's Schurz, and the finger roll is in for two. Nico needed that.
Yes, he did. He took that one right at him, and that's the quickness that he needs there if he's going to make that shot.
39-37 in the center of the lane. That jumper doesn't go. I think PC's happy with those two possessions.
I'm tickled that he took that shot.
And here's Heisman. That shot wasn't great. Schurz has his putback knocked away, but it's Eric Mulder who gets it in for two. He's up to 8 points and 11 rebounds. And all of a sudden, Eagles tie it right back up. That's the run they needed to get the quarter going. Brand new ball game.
Just a little over a minute, and he got the game tied. Now keep that momentum going.
And Derflinger out to the white-hot heat check three, though, for Chris Schreck. He was 3 of 3 in the third. You're listening to Eagles basketball powered by Bank Iowa on the KRLS 3 stream and Pella Christian High School YouTube channel. And Stoltz' layup doesn't go. Redirected by the defense. Good defense there by the Bulldogs.
Yeah, went up for a nice layup there. Should have made it, but just too high off the glass. Now that's 3 seconds. He didn't shoot.
And a shot comes in on the other side for Trudeau. You're right. No lane violation called.
As soon as he didn't shoot, he had been in there too long.
Eagles bullet over to Schurz. See if Nico can kind of redeem himself after a tough start. Skelhaas online but long for the three. And Schreck was all by himself for the rebound. Van Meter counted and one. And Schreck at the line for three.
He did a nice job of keeping that ball away from Eric's reach. He couldn't block it, and he came across his body.
Second foul on Mulder.
Yep.
They'll have a chance for three, and two not great possessions on the other side for the Eagles, and Van Meter right back where we were to start the quarter, up by 4. A chance to extend to their largest lead at 5. 43-39, 5:51 remaining here in the fourth. And he is nearly automatic at the line.
Yeah, they got a lot of confidence in him. They had nobody on the line to rebound.
He's an 88% free throw shooter. He's a perfect 5 of 5 today. Here's Skelhaas. Van Meter a lot more aggressive here with their defense. Skelhaas gets some separation on Derflinger. Hands it off to Stoltz. And Van Meter's gone back to his own win.
Well, at this point, Pella Christian hasn't made any threes in a little bit, so.
And a whistle and an offensive foul.
I think on Nico.
And a technical foul on Van Meter. What did he say?
I have no idea.
What did number 12 Netton even? I don't think he said anything.
Apparently these officials are hearing things.
So
now we're going to get Levi to the line to shoot a couple of technical free throws. Pella Christian's going to get the ball back.
He heard something. Okay, I'm at a loss for words. And the way that this third quarter started was a Nico Schurz technical foul. That one seemed like there was something potentially said there. And that turned into a 5-point play for the Bulldogs that turned the game from 7 to 2. And the Eagles down by 5. They could do the same thing here to Van Meter.
Yeah.
Skelhaas misses the second. He's up to 7 points. Eagles get the possession, though. Levi's got to go a little closer to half court.
There you go.
So that foul was on Aiden Netton. think that's his second on the technical. Eagles get the turnover for each team. That's the first turnover of the half for Van Meter. 5:11 remaining here in the fourth. Can the Eagles take advantage of a technical foul? Skelhaas 1-2 in the foul line, and he'll pop it in. And the runner
threw up a brick that hit the back iron and fell through for him, so we'll take it.
44-42. Can the Eagles get a raise the roof moment of the game presented by Randall Roofing? They've had a couple of runs. They have one more in them here. No panic here for the Bulldogs. We'll see. And this is such a difference and a jump ball.
Pella Christians.
Yep. Nearly a steal anyway. That was a pretty quick jump ball.
Now they're discussing whether it's a foul or not. Nope.
No.
Jump ball.
44-42.
He brought the ball down into a double team, and Eric and I'm not sure who else, if it was
Coach Alexander doesn't like the call. But a lot of tongues and cheeks here for the coaches, the way the technicals have come out here in the half. 44-42, 4:41 remaining. Pella Christian an opportunity. Game they led the majority of.
Throw it.
And they'll get it over the timeline. Mulder, they'll break the pressure. And DeVries, can he tie it? Yes, mid-range J, 15 feet out for Tyson DeVries. He's up to 6 points, and we're tied at 44.
Now need a defensive stop here. Keep that momentum going.
Feels like the Eagles crowd's starting to get into it here. 4:13 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Two top 10 teams in Class 2A. Mulder.
Oh, that's a foul.
That's a foul.
Yeah.
That's his third. He just was an inch away from getting that ball cleanly and starting the transition.
Yeah. Got a hold of the hand on the ball, but the ball pulled his arm into the
defender and knocked in
the Van Meter player, and he just raked across it.
Excuse me. 5 fouls for each team and a Pella Hy-Vee game reset. 4:08 remaining, tied at 44. Van Meter ball after the foul by Mulder. Enough to be somewhat careful here defensively. Ball is bounding loose. And I think that's on Andringa. No, they're going to say on Derflinger.
Yeah, he was laying out of bounds when he touched the ball while Danny was trying to get control of it.
It was a foul.
Oh, they are going to call foul.
That's why I thought it was Andringa who got the contact. You know, he came in. But that's a turnover, Van Meter. So now the Eagles are in the single bonus, tied at 44. I think both these teams will be in free throw shooting territory before too long, how physical this game has gotten. Here's Skelhaas, Van Meter and the Eagles. Crossover, Levi, center the lane, and he's fouled.
Yep.
And 2 free throws coming for Levi Skelhaas. Well, the Eagles have gone to the mid-range jumper game here, Wynn.
Well, and you know, and that's something that they haven't done enough this season, in my opinion, of get that shot from 8-10 feet and work the ball into the post.
Tied at 44 here in the fourth, and now 45 as Skelhaas makes the first. Live on the KRLS 3 stream this afternoon, and Pella Christian High School, Skelhaas makes both. He is the first or second Eagle in the double figures after Heisman got to 12 in the first half, in case you missed it. Presented by the veterinarians at Tri-County Veterinary Clinic in Pella.
They're the veterinarians.
Van Meter on their half. Right side, Derflinger on the wing. Out to Schreck, who's cooled down a little bit. He got on fire and was a big part of Van Meter taking the lead, but the Eagles now back on top. Unofficially 10 ties or lead changes in this game. And it's been close ever since an early technical foul in the third quarter by the Eagles cracked the door open for Van Meter. But the Pella Christian team here, Wynn, has come back from 2 possessions, and they'll get the rebound. And a foul on the floor on Van Meter gives us 1 and 1.
Yeah.
Or no, on PC.
Really? 14?
On what planet?
Oh, on Stoltz. Aiden got the rebound. I had him for the rebound. I don't know how he got the foul.
He said he threw an elbow. All right.
Okay,
so that's a team rebound, Van Meter.
I don't know.
Yeah, we're going to give it has to be a team offensive rebound.
Yeah.
And a foul.
Or a rebound for Aiden and then a foul, or then a turnover. I'm not sure.
At this point, doesn't matter.
We'll let the statisticians worry about it.
At this point, Van Meter has the ball. Top of the key, 3 on the way for the lead. Rims out, no. And Mulder clears it for PC. He's up to 12. A lot of contact, nothing called. Here's Eric.
Leading the ball now, so take care of it and get a good basket.
Stoltz resets the offense, and so does Coach Bohr on the sideline. 2:42 remaining. Pella Christian has a 2-point lead and the ball. Levi Skelhaas, fall-away shot, no. Ooh, Mulder close to his 4th foul. Trudeau gets the rebound, and on the other side, Netton through the defense of Heisman for 2, ties at 46 all. Just a breakdown by the PC defense. And a good shot by Netton to get us tied up again. And at this point, when they had the lead, the kind of that mid-range jumper game is not nearly as important. But
no, but and I don't ever want to fault Levi for taking a shot, but there was a big crowd there. He should have maybe passed it out.
And here is Mulder, and he has his shot recycled. That's not something you see every day. He'll end up getting his own rebound. Has it blocked again and gets his own rebound. No. Trudeau will come up with it after 2 blocks, and then a wild shot on the other side. This time Stoltz clears it for PC. I don't think I've seen Mulder blocked in a game. Skelhaas 3, no good, and that's a rebound on Andringa.
Yeah, that's a foul on...
Went over the top of Trudeau.
Tried to tip it back in, couldn't get it done.
46 all. I can't remember the last time Eric Mulder's been blocked in a game, let alone twice in one possession, but here we are. And that'll put the Bulldogs on the line with Trudeau.
1-1 though, so let's...
And they're actually going to call that on Heisman. Thought that was on Andringa, but it's a vision for less timeout. Well, a lot happening here. Let's go and check our Strawberry Cellular Instant Radio Update. Simpson 55, Luther 48. We also have, that's men's action, Central trailing Loris 53-45, both those games in the second half. We are tied at 46 here. And Pella Christian on the wrong side of it here on the 1-1. They had their chance, and when you go back here to the...
Yeah, well, with 2.5 to go or so, they had the ball and a 2-point lead. You've got to get a good look, not force the action. Levi drove in, but drew the double team immediately and still tried to force it up. No foul call, and they get the rebound. You've got to dish that ball out and maybe get a better looking shot if you can.
Tied at 46 and a vision for less timeout. Andrew Schneider, Win Viestra, thanks to Frank Vandenbosch for keeping us going here today on the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel presented by Kinetic Edge. It's been a fun one. We saw the JV go to overtime. We're on a track that's possible for a longer afternoon yet, Win.
Not impossible. I don't think if it ends in regulation that we're going to get to 60, but if it goes to overtime, we might.
Well, it is Casey Trudeau, who has 13 points and 8 rebounds, at the line for 1-1. He'll make the first. Van Meter has been perfect at the line today so far, 7 of 7. Or no, they missed one. That one rattles in and out. Maybe I just had the magic touch on that one for PC fans. Now a 1-point Van Meter lead. So they do have the lead with 90 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter. A Pella High V game reset. Pella Christian down 47-46 to Van Meter. Here's Andringa. And there's a bad pass from Danny. A steal. Netton will slam it with one hand.
That was a big...
Netton slams it down.
That was a big turnover. It ended up being a 3-point game now with just a minute to go. Pella Christian's got to get a basket here on this possession.
Wraparound pass. Jaden Heisman in the corner, no good. And the rebound controlled by Van Meter. And now a whistle and a travel.
Yeah, they're going to call the travel first.
Before the tie-up.
We'll see whether they give it to him or not.
They did.
No, I don't think they did. No, they didn't give it to him.
Give what?
The timeout to the coach.
No. Okay, that's what it was. Yeah, the ball is going to the Eagles. Here's Heisman for the tie. Yes! Catch and shoot for Jaden Heisman. They needed that one. Jaden Heisman is 5 of 7 from 3 today, and they needed that one in a big way. A 30-second vision for less timeout. When the moment arises and it's time for a new roof, think Randall Roofing. We're tied at 49, and that bucket erases a lot because that was very close into the Bulldogs taking control of this game here with about a minute left to play.
Now it's a matter of playing good defense. Maybe you can come up with a steal and go for the last shot to win the game.
Well, and that's the one change in style here for Van Meter that has been kind of jarring, and I only see them once a year or maybe twice a year, depending. A couple years ago, they take the ball out of this one, right? When they had that lead, that 4-point lead, they were going to try and do that. But I think a key difference is that the Eagles guards are just maybe a scotch more athletic overall, to the point where you can't maybe do that. And maybe that's not the team they are. And we've seen them be very aggressive. They were up by 4 when, and they were attacking the basket still, and that actually allowed Pella Christian to get back in the game.
Yeah.
Now, if they make those shots, it's a different story, but I don't think they were good shots.
Now, got to play smart defense here and get the ball back.
Well, Van Meter getting the Eagles defense moving here. It's a zone. And Mulder nearly got it out.
I thought he walked.
And that's over and
go
back.
that way, yeah. No, they're just going to call out of bounds, I think.
No, that's a foul.
Right.
So Mulder gets his 14th rebound, and that's the 3rd foul on Clark Fiala. He's got 3. And Mulder's at the line for a 1-and-1 in the lead. Well, here we go. Mulder is 2 of 4 from the line today. And 68% on the season, and he gets the first.
I didn't think it had enough on it, and as it's coming down, it kind of veered towards the basket yet.
Well, Eagles back on top. We've seen 12 ties or lead changes in this game. We've had a really good game as advertised, and Mulder makes both. He's up to double figures, a double-double for Eric Mulder. And a whistle, and a vision for last timeout, 30-second timeout here. So the timeouts left on the board.
Well, that'll be erased. It'll be 2 for us and none for them, I think. Yep.
Yeah, they're out of timeouts. Van Meter has no timeouts remaining. And Pella Christian has 2. That's key, because with...
Well, and they need to be sharp on defense, try to get another steal if they can, and if they miss their shot, it's got to be a rebound and not give them the ball back again. So good response after being down 3 with just a minute to go. They're able to get this lead now, and now they just got to play solid defense, not give them a long shot that goes in or any kind of easy layup, and try to make them work for whatever they do get. Don't foul, and if they do miss, get that rebound.
Yeah,
and
don't foul number 22 specifically, because he's as good of a foul shooter as you'll find, and that's Chris Schreck. 51-49. Can the Eagles hold on here? This is a state tournament caliber pair of teams. Pella Christian.
Ooh, Levi just turned his head. He could have picked that off.
24 seconds remaining. Van Meter still has plenty of time here. They just really need the one shot. They just have to get it off. Trudeau.
Oh, bounced it off Eric's foot.
And it misses, and it's a rebound Eagles. Stoltz has it. And here's Skelhaus. And Levi's going to dribble a good 5 or 6 seconds off the clock and get foul shots to ice it potentially here.
A 1-and-1 for Levi. If he makes 2, this one is, well, maybe it is 2.
One and one still.
Still 1-and-1.
So there's still time here for Van Meter.
Yep. Levi needs to put both of them in, though.
Levi pours in the first. So Schreck at 88.4%. Skelhaus has to be second in 2A at 86.5. And he'll pour in both.
No timeout, so they can let him score. Don't foul, just let him go.
And Schreck will throw up a half-court prayer out of bounds. I think he was trying to get the foul from Skelhaus.
Yeah. I'm not sure. He had more time than that. I don't. If he was trying to shoot to get a basket off, there was way more time than that. Now just got to take care of the ball. And
the Eagles have a timeout here too. So we got a buzzer. Not sure what happened there. So Pella Christian can call a quick timeout. They have all their options here with 5 seconds remaining.
A lot of substitutions. Levi's going to be the one handling the ball here.
And
they're not
time's running out. Time just ran out. No foul coming in from Van Meter. Pella Christian in a battle of top 10 teams will knock off the Van Meter Bulldogs 53-49. After near calamity win in the third quarter, the Eagles will come back and get themselves together in a quality 2A win heading into the playoffs.
Well, what was nice to see about that was they didn't fold in that fourth quarter. When things weren't going well, they kept their composure, got back into the game, was able to make the shots they needed to make.
Well, we're going to head to our Captain's on Pella Radio postgame show. Eagles knocking off the Bulldogs.
Hi, this is Mike at Langstrad Auto Body. It's deer season again, and I know from experience that whether you're in your car or in the timber, there's one out there with your name on it. They always say if a deer jumps out in front of you, aim right at it. The good and bad of that is that some of you will be visiting your local meat locker, and the rest will be visiting us at Langstrad Auto Body. Whether it's a deer or some unfortunate accident, you know the Langstrad Auto Body is there for you with a lifetime written warranty and satisfaction 100% guaranteed. Langstrad Auto Body, where you don't have to look for a quality repair.
Remodeling can be a headache, especially when you're trying to work around your contractor's schedule. You don't have to worry about that with Mike Blom with Cabinet Design of Pella and Wood Harbor Cabinetry. Just ask Deb Shaw of Pella.
Mike was always very accommodating to our schedule. Anytime that we set up a time to meet, he always wanted to make sure it worked for us. Most of our meetings were in the evening, and it never bothered him to come out and be out here.
Hi, I'm Mike Blom, the cabinet guy. Cabinet Design of Pella, where we expand and enhance your ideas beyond your expectations.
The Hy-Vee branded QR code using the Hy-Vee H logo is a great place to go to find all the deals at your local Hy-Vee store. If you're not using it, you're missing out. And nowadays, QR codes are really easy to use. You don't need a special app, just follow these easy instructions. Open the camera on your smartphone, aim it at the H QR code, tap the link that pops up, and get all the great Hy-Vee deals. You can do it when the H pops up on your TV, or when you see it in the paper, or when you're shopping in the store. Use the H QR code for great deals at your local Hy-Vee.
If the bed bugs are biting, don't be frightened. Call KNIA Pest Control.
Do you have lingering, unwanted guests from the holidays? Not your family, bed bugs. Bed bugs are hitchhikers, and if your holiday company unknowingly brought them into your house, they'd just now be starting to grow a colony. So if you've noticed these pests, call me. I'm Sean with KNIA Pest Control, and I want to kill your bugs.
Call 628-3198. KNIA Pest Control.
Dedication to consistently provide quality products and customer service. The employees at Precision Pulley and Idler must be dedicated to their jobs so they can meet or exceed the customer's needs. This is why Precision Pulley and Idler stands behind and supports our local student athletes for the effort and dedication they show on the hardwood, wrestling mats, alleys, and throughout their school's hallways. Precision Pulley and Idler encourages our area students to combine a strong work ethic and attitude to achieve their goals this season. Precision Pulley and Idler, we keep it moving.
Over the past few months, Pella Real Estate Services has been sharing real stories of real people saving real money by selling their home using the Prez Listing Advantage.
They saved $6,570.
These sellers saved $900.
They saved $2,550.
Why pay a 6% commission when you can save thousands of dollars, just like many others have, using the Prez Listing Advantage? Call 628-1BUY to list your home with Pella Real Estate Services.
This is the Cabinet Design of Pella Radio postgame show where they expand and enhance your ideas beyond your expectations. Call Mike Blom, the cabinet guy at Cabinet Design of Pella. Again, nothing written here outside of maybe potential state tournament seeding. We'll have to get to that point, and Pella Christian's going to have to beat a dandy of a Des Moines Christian team to get there. But solid 2A win here with Win Veenstra, and PC did what they needed to do. They did not play well in that third quarter. It was a third quarter not to write home about. It started with a technical foul based on some conversations we just had off the microphone. It felt like maybe a jawing battle between number 4, Nico Schurz, and number 12 from Van Meter, and both ended up getting teed up after the other guy got a foul, right? But it turned out that technical foul was what Pella Christian needed to get back in the game. And then a huge turn of events. It was a missed shot by Jaden Heisman in the corner. It was a rebound, Van Meter. They lose it on it. It was a bang-bang. It could have been a held ball, travel, or timeout. Three things could have happened there. Pella Christian ends up with the ball, and on the inbounds, they tie the game, and from there, Pella Christian took over and won.
Yeah.
It very well could have been a Van Meter win, that kind of a game here today, but Pella Christian will take it. There's a lot of confidence and a lot of learning for both these teams. And I have a very strong feeling, certainly for Van Meter in the bracket they have, this is not the last we've seen of the Bulldogs potentially. If Pella Christian were to win, that's a potential first-round matchup right there. We'll see how everything shakes out in the future, but this was state tournament basketball today.
Yeah, it certainly was. It was a great game, and that third quarter for Van Meter was, we knew they'd make a run, but they made that run through that whole quarter. I had them as 8 for 13 from the field. I mean, they just shot the ball lights out. Some of that was our lack of,
a lot of offensive, a lot of offensive rebounds and turnovers.
They had 4 there, but they didn't have any in the fourth quarter, and I think that was also a big part of why Pella Christian was able to kind of prevail here as the game went on.
So let's go ahead and take a look at our let's take a look at our final stats presented by the Verdef Agency. Leading the way for Van Meter, 16 points for Chris Schreck, 13 points and 9 rebounds for Casey Trudeau. So a nice pairing there, and Clark Fiala finished with 8 points, and he had 6 block shots, including 3 on Eric Mulder. On the other side, it was 10 points and 14 rebounds for Eric Mulder. I had Skelhaus finishing with 13 points. Jaden Heisman led the way, though, with 15, including the big game-tying shot here in the fourth quarter. And the turnover margin I had even, 12-12.
Yep.
Rebounds, where were we at roughly?
Well, we had 37 to their 29, which you'd expect. But like I said, that big rebounding thing was the fact that they got no offensive rebounds in the fourth quarter.
That was the big time to shut it down.
That was a big time. And they didn't turn the ball over at all in the third quarter. They turned it over 4 times in that fourth quarter. So that was a lot of what helped Pella Christian prevail in this game.
Your final stats are presented by the Verdef Agency. Let Chad Lancer Larry calculate an insurance plan for you and find the best stats for your insurance plan. The Verdef Agency, complete courteous service for nearly 100 years. Let's quickly, our Hormel Foods Radio key play and player of the game. Key play was what we just talked about, that sequence.
Yep.
The missed 3 by Heisman, the rebound by Trudeau, the turnover immediately, the inbounds play. Heisman gets a second crack at it, knocks it in, and he was our key player as well.
Yeah, he had a great game, and that sequence, at that point, if they get that ball up the floor, the game is probably over. But the fact that he traveled there, I don't know what kind of defense Pella Christian. I'll have to go back and watch it on film to see what happened there to cause him to make that travel. But it was a big switch for Pella Christian right there.
Our Hormel Foods Radio key play and player of the game. Looking for a key to your career, visit HormelFoods.com. Win, enjoy the week off.
Hey,
I know you won't be far away from your radio.
I guess I don't see you again probably for a couple weeks, right?
It might not be
the 17th.
Well, and that might be a Tyler Crabb game, so I
might not see you for a long time.
But we'll see you again. I have a feeling this team is going to make a nice run on the tournament trail. So win, enjoy, and I know you won't be far. You'll be watching Thursday, I'm sure.
I'll be listening to you.
Well, Tuesday listening. Thursday you got to be watching because it'll be on the Pella Christian High School YouTube channel, Pella PC. Thank you, Win. We'll see you soon.
You bet.
We'll talk to head coach J.D. Bohr as we wrap things up in our Cabinet Design Pella Radio postgame show after this.
Pella Engraving and Sign Company has a reputation of quality and excellence for providing indoor and outdoor signs in a variety of materials, including metal, plastic, and acrylic. We also produce banners for businesses and events, as well as car wraps to stand out and bring your promotional needs to life. We will work with any budget by offering a variety of price points and material options to bring you the best value. And Pella Engraving and Sign prides ourselves on meeting exacting standards and quick turnaround times. Learn more at PellaEngraving.com.
February is American Heart Month, and the perfect time to think about loving your heart. Hi, I'm Julie Waltenberger, Cardiac Rehab Coordinator at Knoxville Hospital and Clinics. If you've had a heart attack or other heart problem, our personalized cardiac rehab program can help you recover, prevent future heart problems, and educate you on heart-healthy habits. For more information on the cardiac rehab program at Knoxville Hospital and Clinics, call me at 641-842-1558.
Did you know that when you use your Marion County Bank debit card, your purchases can benefit local schools? That's right, you can help the bank make a financial contribution to the local school of your choice. With your checking account and debit card from Marion County Bank, each time you use your card, those transactions add up during the year and we make donations to area schools. It's easy to enroll online, select your school, and there's no cost to you. Marion County Bank's Report Card Program, a great way to make a difference in our schools together. Marion County Bank. Serving you, building community. Member FDIC.
Norm Rosendahl Tiling in Monroe has been a trusted expert in the Marion and Jasper County areas for more than 40 years. They're experienced in understanding the contour of the land to identify how water management can help your farm or business, and they work with you to develop a draining solution that's right for your project using precision intake products. In addition to tiling, they install septic systems and water lines, as well as site preparation for new construction with their backhoe, excavator, and bulldozer services. Call Caritha at 259-2651 for a free estimate on your next project, or visit RosendalTiling.com.
As a business owner, you're always looking for ways to stretch time and resources. Light and State Bank provides efficient banking solutions so you can spend time on what matters most, improving your bottom line. Whether it's saving a trip to the bank with remote check deposits or simplifying payroll with ACH processing, Light and State Bank is here to help. Give us a call today. Light and State Bank, member FDIC.
This is the Cabinet Design Pella Radio postgame show where they expand and enhance your ideas beyond your expectations. Call Mike Blom, the Cabinet Guy at Cabinet Design Pella. It's been a fun 24 hours to be an Eagles basketball fan. 3 wins in that span. Homecoming last night with the girls and boys, and the top 10 showdown here today, at least according to BC Moore. The Eagles on top, 53-49 here with head coach J.D. Bohr. Long time no see, Coach. A lot that's happened in between. A very fun day of basketball here between these two programs, culminating with a great 2A clash and a tournament-style game. Your thoughts about how your guys were able to pull it out, especially after a rough stretch there in the third quarter where things looked pretty dicey.
Wow, I mean, this game had a lot of different emotions involved in it, some highs, some lows, and that's the way basketball goes sometimes. I wish we could have sustained our good times a little bit longer, but proud of the way that the guys made some plays there at the end. This was a really weird game. I just didn't feel like we had very good rhythm throughout the game. And we were sloppy at times. Both teams really were sloppy. I'm sure Van Meter's saying the same thing, that there's just some uncharacteristic turnovers, some missed shots around the hoop that we usually make and they usually make. And it's kind of a funny game. And, that's the way it goes sometimes. But I'm proud that at the end of the game, we were able to make some plays and find a way to win. It was a little bit ugly, but it's a lot better to win ugly than it is to lose ugly. So proud of our guys for finding a way there and making things happen there in the fourth quarter.
Well, and, it started sloppy, right? Both teams kind of went back and forth. I think you had one bucket, and then both teams went scoreless. And, again, both teams playing last night. It's a different environment than maybe if you were even at a state tournament or whatever in the tournament trail. But things then picked up, and you had a couple of really good runs in that first half where you were able to get to, I think, at 2 different points, about a 7 or 8 point lead. And it felt a lot like last night where you were able to get a couple runs, and it started with defense turning into offense. That was positive news. You were able to kind of control that first half for the most part.
Yeah, our defense was pretty good throughout the night. Got away from us a little bit there in the second half, but I thought we were pretty good. We didn't rebound the ball maybe as well as we wanted to. But when our offense was struggling, for a while there we were getting great shots, and it was just like, wow, nothing is going to fall. And I kind of felt like if we could get a few shots to fall, we could really extend a nice lead. But just didn't happen for us on the offensive end. But thankfully, defensively, we stayed dialed in. Did a nice job on their shooters. Shrek got going there a little bit in the second half. But other than that, our defense just kind of hung around. We got enough stops when we needed them. Some weird plays happened, but I'm just got to credit the defense for finding a way to just allow us to stay in that game long enough.
Well, the third quarter is where things got really weird. You had a 7-point lead, and then a technical foul was called on Nico after he was fouled. I think he had kind of a battle and rivalry brewing there with Aiden Netton, and later in the game that turned into kind of the opposite thing ended up happening. But that turned into a 5-point swing, and it seemed like it woke up Van Meter, and then they went on a hot shooting streak there in the third, and you couldn't buy a rebound either. It felt like that Van Meter was really just getting a ton of extra help after that technical foul.
Yeah, that was disappointing for sure. Nico will be the first one to say that because that was a huge play in the game, and it's obviously just not the kind of basketball that we want to play. This game got chippy a little bit at times, and I wasn't very proud of the way we responded to it in that situation. We stayed the course after that a little bit. I think we got back on top, and then
then they had to run again.
Yeah, they had to run there in the fourth quarter with that and one by Shrek, which is a big play. So. There's a lot of those moments and a lot of weird moments in this game, but ultimately we did find a way to get collected and gather our thoughts and stay away from that stuff a little bit.
Well, the opposite thing happened in the fourth quarter, and it was almost at the other,
almost same thing
on the opposite end of the clock where Nico, you're down by 4. Nico gets a foul called on him on the rebound battle, and then number 12 must have said something. He seemed shocked, but the officials are way closer than we are. Then the technical foul, you end up getting 3 points off that play, get a defensive stop, and then you tie the game on a free throw, and all of a sudden it's a brand new ball game. And that's kind of the weird thing that happens, and that's why it's so important to keep your composure, though, Coach, because those are the little things with these two quality of teams that can be a difference in the game.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I mean, those are things that we talk about all the time. You got to be able to control yourself in those spots. It's a competitive atmosphere out there, but you got to stay composed, and that helps you play the game the right way too. And we struggled with that at times today. But some people say you either win or you learn. I don't really buy into that. Hopefully tonight we won and we learned that we're going to get both of those things.
Well, and then the other key sequence came again where you had your backs to the wall. Van Meter had gotten a little bit of a lead. Jaden ended up having an open 3 in the corner, missed it. Van Meter gets the rebound, and then a bang-bang play. You end up forcing the steal. It could have been one of 3 things, right? A jump ball, timeout, and a steal. In how quickly it happened, you get the possession on the inbounds. Jaden ties the game at 44 all, and that seemed like, or it was 47 maybe, and that seemed to flip the script back to you, and you had the momentum at the end.
Yeah, you're running through that, man. You remember this a lot better than I do, because I'm
trying.
Sitting there trying to figure out, what's he talking about? And now it came back to me a
the
little
Heisman
bit.
tie in the game, that sequence where he misses the shot.
But before that, there was a loose ball, kind of a scrum on the floor. Yeah, we talk about that a lot, to get on the floor and dive on it and get a ball. And that saved us a possession in that situation, and that ended up being because you're right. If they get that ball, they're up 3 and they're ready to milk it a little bit. We got the ball back, and we actually ran a baseline inbounds play we put in this morning. So thankful for that, and thankful for Jaden for knocking down a big-time shot.
And Jaden's on a nice hot. He's on a nice hot streak between last night and tonight, and it's good to have him because, teams right now keying on Levi in the perimeter, obviously doing all they can to throw bodies at Eric. Someone else at some point is going to need to step up, and Jaden's been your guy these last 2 days.
Yeah, we've had a tough time from the arc recently. Early on in the year, it seemed like we were making about 8 to 10 threes a game. I don't remember the last time we made more than 6. Tonight we made 6, and 5 of them came from Jaden. So thankful for him to knock a few of them down, and obviously some big ones down the stretch. And, it's good to see him find a little rhythm on the offensive end there.
Well, and no rest for the weary again. You got a short turnaround and a short week coming up because of how the 2A tournament for the girls is structured. You're going to finish on Thursday, but we talked a little bit about last night, but now Oskaloosa right in front of you. They're a very scrappy team. Obviously not the big talented juggernauts they've had the last couple of seasons leading up to last year, but Keaton Flaherty, one of the top scorers in the conference, and they're a team that's dangerous enough to knock you off, especially after back-to-back nights. How critical is it for you to bounce back and try to find some extra energy in a tough place to play?
Yeah, it's really important for us to have a good weekend here of getting ourselves back under control a little bit, get our emotions in check, get some rest, and then be ready to play, because Oskaloosa is a good team. They're playing really, really well lately, and it shows on film and it shows in the box score too. At the end of these games that they're really fighting, they're competing really well. So we have to be ready to go for that one for sure. So another big week next week, but it's just kind of the way it is in this conference, and it's the way it is in our schedule. So that's nothing new for us. We'll be ready for it.
Should be a fun one, and I continue with my 3rd consecutive Eagles broadcast. We'll have it Tuesday for you on 92.1 KRLS, I believe. It'll be Pella Christian and Oskaloosa girls, boys. That's head coach J.D. Bohr following the team's 53-49 win over Van Meter. Coach, it's been a fun couple of days of basketball to be back here on Eagle Lane after some time away, and looking forward to this stretch run in the upcoming tournament, and got to get 2 more done between now and then.
Yeah, I tell you what, man, let's catch our breath here.
Yeah.
Because we got a lot going on in front of us yet, too, so it'll be a lot of fun.
A short turnaround. I'll see you Tuesday, and then another short turnaround. I'll see you Thursday with my 2 favorite teams, and then the tournament. Appreciate your time.
There we go. Thanks, Andrew.
We'll wrap it up here from Eagle Lane after this.
At Vision for Less, it's just the right price. 2 pairs of glasses start under $40, and 2 pairs of progressives start under $80. Using insurance? We accept over 1,000 plans, and using your benefits is as easy as 1, 2, 3. No insurance? No problem. We've got glasses to fit your budget. It's just the right price. Only at Vision for Less. Right glasses, right price, right now.
At Ulrich Ford & Lincoln, area residents have trusted us since 1935, and they trust us today as we continue taking care of you. A big part of that trust is because we're here after the sale with local service, and that's especially important in today's technology age. There can be a big learning curve when you buy a new vehicle, and we're here for you to stop by anytime with any question, no matter how big or small. So for your next vehicle purchase, find out for yourself why so many area residents trust Ulrich Ford & Lincoln in Pella, where we're taking care of you.
Let's talk about dreams. Not pie-in-the-sky dreams, like becoming a time traveler. It's time to talk about achievable dreams, like going from home renter to home owner, from shopping out of business to owning a business, or turning that hobby farm into your family's farm. At Bank Iowa, we specialize in achievable dreams, giving sound financial advice, and putting belief and capital behind your goals. So, let's talk about your dreams. Then, let's make it happen. Bank Iowa, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC. All loans are subject to approval.
It's nice to know that the products we grow are meant for this area, not for the whole nation. That's something that a lot of seed companies can't do. Champion selects hybrids that work countywide, statewide. We have a couple products in the corn lineup that They tell us don't sell. They're meant for the dry land. They're not meant for this area. But most of them want standability. They want a product that's going to stand until December when the snow flies. We're a price competitive and product competitive company.
Learn more at plantchampion.com.
And this wraps up our Cabinet Design Pella radio postgame show, where they expand and enhance your ideas beyond your expectations. Call Mike Blom, the Cabinet Guy, at Cabinet Design Pella. It's been a fun 24-hour packed stretch of basketball. It was about 24 hours ago we were starting our broadcast right here on Pella Christian High School's YouTube channel and on KNIA and here we are back again. 3 Eagles wins in the meantime. It was a fun couple of games to call here up atop Eagle Lane. Good to be back with the Eagles. I know I'm getting some grief about my, Pella fandom and all that stuff, but hey, I'm still here for basketball and football. I still have 2 favorite teams, whether that's believed or not. We'll find out on Thursday, won't we? That'll be the ultimate test. Looking forward to it. A great week of basketball coming up. And it's hard to believe we are to the final week of the regular season. So let's run things down. Our final score here tonight, 53-49, Van Meter knocked off by Pella Christian. Coming up on Tuesday, it'll be me and Mike Bukite coming up Tuesday. Win Veens, we're getting the week off. So we're going to go to Oskaloosa for a girls-boys doubleheader, and then we might as well mention it while we're here, the home finale for the Eagles boys and girls of the regular season. Obviously, the boys have one more home game coming up in the postseason tournament. Pella versus Pella Christian, my favorite night of the year times 2, and it should be a really, really good one, especially the boys game. The Dutch are looking to get themselves back on track. They've had a really rough stretch where they've lost 5 of their past 7 games. Meanwhile, on the other side, Pella Christian playing really well after a kind of a weird stumble on the road. You take that DCG game out, this Pella Christian boys basketball team is playing some pretty good ball down the stretch. So it should be a lot of fun coming up this week. Again, Tuesday on 92.1 KRLS, Thursday on 92.1 KRLS. Should be an excellent time. A whole lot of fun to be had here as we wrap up the regular season. And it's hard to believe that our time is winding down. Wrestling postseason starting next weekend. Bowling postseason coming up. Conference on Thursday, and then the following Monday would be districts. Pella Christian hosting that as well. So we'll wrap up our Saturday here so Frank and everyone else can go home. Appreciate Win again and JD for joining us as well. You've been listening to Eagles basketball, and the one to count on for today's local sports and the home of the Eagles. KNIA KRLS and KNIAKRLS.com. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. We'll see you Tuesday.